What's up, guys? This is Heis, and yes, it is now MonTueZuma Tuesday. I would have started significantly earlier had SolidWorks, I don't know, worked. Yeah, I have been messing with SolidWorks trying to get it to load and launch for the past 50 minutes, but knocking on wood right now, it is, in fact, open. Is SolidWorks in the chat? If SolidWorks is in the chat, I'm gonna have some words for them. Anyways, guys, let's take a look. I saw a couple member notifications coming in here. Nick Tillman joining the Brakeman, thank you. And Joey the Cat, hello Heist, this is Guys. Well, hello guys. If you didn't see earlier today, the Deer All Valley episode for you green folks in chat, actually came out last night at like midnight my time for members, and then it updated to be public today at 10. YouTube added a new feature, and I'm gonna pilot it and kind of see it, and if it ends up working, I'm gonna do it for videos all the time for Brakeman and above. But anyway, that's not the point of this video or this stream. We're gonna be working on our little Zumi boy, and today we've got what will look like, at first glance, perhaps a step in the wrong direction. It's actually a very good step in the correct direction. Brett has been a busy boy, basically, so, yeah. Anyway, let's take a look-see and jump into our Discord chat here. Oh, we just got one more top chat. John, you're real. Hey, Heist, just visited the Huckleberry Railroad Saturday, home of the only K east of the Mississippi. Oh, good. I hope she's torn to bits and is in progress of being rebuilt. And Matt Houston, SolidWorks. Yep. Anyways, am I a little quiet? Am I a little quiet? I'm a little far away from the mic. And my audio was giving me some troubles earlier, so I've got a knob for that. I've got several knobs for that. I even have for that. So let me just poof a little bit more, little bit more volume. There you go. A little more gain. Anyway, Smokey Joe, you spy a BLI? Yes, you do. They sent me that. It'll be in a video soon-ish. They sent me two Jeeps after I did a story about the NSF. They're pretty cool. So anyway, Josh Udapay, as someone who spent all day battling SolidWorks all day, here's some money for the commiserations. Thank you, my friend. All right, I'm going to jump into our Discord chat and pray that Jersey doesn't immediately come in here with the 6325 joke.
6325 return to Steam.
Poor taste. Too soon.
Indeed.
Rest in peace.
Let the man cool off. Jesus.
Rest in peace, Greg, for reals. That was sad. So.
Greg.
Very sad.
Also, Mark, you should know that people are asking about SolidWorks in chat. I had SolidWorks and Corey Gibson in my Railroader stream chat yesterday.
I am glad. I'm glad. Anyway, you can see here is our little Zumi lad. And it's missing a bit that it used to have, which was the phoned-in part of the cab. Last time,
if you want,
we could put it there, but I don't. You have the profile of the roof, and that's all you need. Like, that's the only thing that's really important, because that was actually done. Oh, good. Oh, good. Look who's here now, everybody. SolidWorks. Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't get around to working for you. I was dealing with more important things, like helping people who matter. I don't know, your whole website was down, you piece of shit. Fuck you. Thank you,
SolidWorks. I don't think that's actually SolidWorks.
I don't think it's actually SolidWorks either.
SolidWorks, do you talk to your mother with that mouth?
Anyway, yes.
Only in Croatian.
Привет, comrade. Wait a minute, that's Russian. Bok, dobar dan. There you go. Anyway, last time we added the domes that Brett made, and Discord crashed. Cool. Cool. Tech is working today.
Oh, he's back.
I am. Discord literally was like, you know what? You're having a lot of hatred out right now for other programs. I'm going to stop. So anyway, we put Brett's new saddle on, and then as well the revamped stack, and it all got put on last time. And now since last time, Brett, do you want to read your list in case I forget something, or do you want to see if I notice everything you did?
I mean, go for it. You could, if you want to show off more individually what I've done, you could pop open the frame assembly and just look at that.
That would definitely be worthy. While we're looking at the overall thing, obviously there's a ding dong.
There's a ding dong.
not the people in the cab, that thing. There is now the Cinder Killer on the backside of the smoke box door.
The cutest whittle one in the world.
The cutest whittle one. Yeah, exactly. You added actual
It's
mounting holes for the spot plate, the boiler braces, which turned out quite nice by the looks of it. Yeah, you spent more time on forming those. Fuck you, Discord. You know what? You guys are not gonna get a real-time stream in Discord
we don't
because
get a stream this
I
week.
think Discord is just like.
Yeah.
So
asking a lot of Discord. Those boiler braces were a pain in the ass.
I can only imagine. Yeah, and then they still clip the front a little bit, but that's fine. That won't matter.
Actually.
They don't.
There is a cut in them.
Is that how they actually are?
No, but I wasn't gonna make the part right.
That's fine. These are one of those ones that you make with a really hot glowy thing and going until it fits.
Yeah.
So
Hammer to fit.
Of all of the things that need to be critically dimensioned in SolidWorks, yeah, not much.
Those ain't one of them.
The thing that happens when you aren't asking anymore, you're telling it.
Yes.
Pretty much.
The blue tip wrench. Gas hatchet. The thing with many names. We now have a pilot, whatever it is. Link? Do you call it a link still? It's not a coupler.
I think check what I called the part.
Oh god. I
mean that's a drawbar, but the upper bit I thought is what you were talking about.
Oh, the upper bit? I don't know what you call that. Pilot draw head. Pilot drawbar thingy. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And the pilot
drawbar
thingy.
Yes, very good. So those are all added in now. Corey Gibson, which bathroom appliance would be the worst life preserver? The sink.
Limes.
Correct.
You're not wrong, but limes.
You're not wrong, but you are bad.
Yes. Okay, let's see. So we talked about Ding Dong. We talked that. The pilot truck is now not just a floating axle and wheel set. It's actually a properly designed, according to the Baldwin spec, for no Bissell post. Yes. Lead truck.
So I cheated a little on that. The pilot truck is Shawano's basically, which for those that don't know is Rio Grande number 3.
Right,
which
is
was Shawano?
Shawano.
It was a 260 built like the couple weeks after MonTueZuma.
Tabawachi was number 2. I'm sure Mainline's in chat. Mainline, tell us what number Shawano is. I think Shawano was 3. Yes, of course Mainline's there and says it's 3. Yes, good.
Okay. So the pilot truck is Shawano's, excepting the Bissell post. On Shawano, it goes up through the pilot deck.
Right.
I managed to kind of design my own Bissell post that I think will serve functionally, but also it'll have enough travel, and it does not protrude through the pilot deck.
How do we oil it?
Through a hole in the top.
Gotcha. There will be a hole in the pilot deck.
There will be a hole in the top, and that's one of those that it's like, oh, we need to oil this. Grab a drill. Zzz, there, we can oil it now.
Yes, precisely.
Or elaborate series of hoses, a la Dr. Broadtop. Your preference.
Yeah, but we got the swing links, which actually I haven't seen this style on a one-axle lead truck before. This is kind of more akin to a 4-wheeled lead truck, almost, with the way the swing links are. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
It should center itself. Like, let's set up
and
nice.
It's a little strange because in order for the Bissell post to work in conjunction with the swing links, it swings, and then the swing links also slide back and forth. So that it can actually move on an arc and not just laterally.
Oh, that's bizarre.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know that Baldwin actually designed for that, or if they just kind of put it together and the tolerances made it work. Because really, the amount of swing that this truck is going to see is very, very minimal.
Right.
But yeah, if you want, go ahead and rip open the thing in the MonTueZuma chat. I've got a reference for Shawano's drawings.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Show those on stream. That'd be kind of cool.
Yes. Thanks to Daniel Gallery, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes, Daniel posted this reference, and I was searching through it, and it's like, oh wow, that's a really good reference. That's a girl. Holy crap, it's Shawano!
Wait a minute, it's something from the 1870s.
Wait a second, that says Denver and Rio Grande.
1022.
You know that.
What page is it on? Do you know?
For me, it was page 2, row 2, items 1 and 2. But I think your rows are a little different.
Denver and Rio Grande, 1871, May 18th. That's
probably.
That's about right.
They're right next to each other. That's the erecting card, and the other one's the elevation card, I think. I can never remember which is
which. It's
which.
a 1026D, so maybe it's this one.
We'll look at the picture next to it in the list.
DNRG cylinders 11 by 16. Oh man. Really doing the thing. Oh, but yeah, there you go. There's the there's your elevation with the double pilot. Cause thanks,
big
Baldwin.
fucking cows.
Big cows. It's two pilots in one.
I assume that's for different designs, but
I would assume so too, considering that the heights of the draw heads are different as well.
Yeah, but there's the pilot truck.
Yeah, goofy. That's cool that this exists.
Yes, this is going to be a great resource, not just for that, but also looking at things like the dimensions and the flares on a lot of the cosmetic pieces. It helped with the domes. I actually revised the domes from last time stream saw them, I think, to be Baldwin compliant. And the cab, it shows the cab in detail.
Holy
shit. It is
shit.
the wrong roof. I think it has Utes cab on it.
It looked like it had
still,
Utes cab roof, yeah, from the rear view, but
still, it'll be a big help. Even just stuff like the quadrant for the Johnson bar and where do the backhead braces land.
That's something that we have zero pictures of, yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of stuff in here that'll be helpful.
Lots of little fiddly shit too, like ash pan linkage and presumably grate shakers. It's got a damper.
You can see the damper in the builder's photos of Zuma, but now we actually have a drawing of like, oh, that's how it works. There it is. Look.
Oh, yeah. The lever and then yeah.
It does. It's for the front of the ash pan, and considering our engine will probably burn oil most of the time, a damper will be useful.
Right.
Probably on the back though.
It has both. It has a front and a back.
Yeah, there's this long articulated linkage to this guy for the front damper right there. And then the rear damper is this other pull handle right there.
That's just a fun thing. That's just like the development of American motive power there. It's like we didn't continue with that.
Oh god, of course she has crown bars. Duh.
Yep. I don't know what we want to do about that. If we want to do, I mean, we have to do crown bars, don't we?
Do we?
Because we have to get in the steam dome.
Oh shit!
You can't do radial bolts if the steam dome.
You can't bolt through the steam dome. That is true.
No.
That's a mild problem.
Yeah.
No, it's not a problem. I mean, a lot of engines have crown bars. It's just something that neither of us have worked with before.
Right. We have dimensions for a throttle valve, presumably. That's hilarious.
For some very large pistons, but
I mean,
I'm sure you could play football with that throttle valve. I mean, look how cute and tiny it is.
11 by 16s. They're only 2 inches bigger in diameter than the little passenger dude.
Oh, and I guess the stroke is the same, so we could actually use the valve dimensions pretty reliably, huh?
Yeah, and Baldwin liked to keep the valve dimensions relatively the same, apparently, too, but
we might look at just pulling the valve gear pattern off of that one then, and I'll double check my D-valve and port dimensions at a later date. I just now realized that.
That would be dope. Yeah, this is an incredible resource. Hey, thank you, Daniel.
It really is. Thank you, Daniel.
How does one man have so many resources for these things? Somewhere Daniel's cackling.
The Smithsonian's resource.
Well, it's the Smithsonian's resource.
Daniel just knew where to find it.
How does Daniel know all these things?
I know.
Anyway.
It's incredible.
Oh god, it did have the single branch pipe malarkey.
Yeah, the straight. Yeah.
We don't
no,
like
we're not
that.
doing that.
We don't
We're
like
not doing
that.
Fuck that.
Do we know how
no.
big the I guess there's presumably a dimension on that if you download the PDF.
Probably.
Have you sized your branch pipes relative to this? Obviously these are going to
Not-
be bigger, but
No, we found this resource after I designed the saddle and everything. I'd be interested to do a back check on it.
I would agree.
Does only half of it have flues? What?
no, they only drew them on half
Oh, okay.
through to the center
If
line and then mirror the pattern.
It's almost like how the Zuma is drawn in SolidWorks right now. You do full build on one side and then like half disassembled on the other to show like things that are behind other things.
Yep.
Efficiency.
That's super cool. What a
good
brilliant
resource.
freaking resource. No kidding.
Yup.
Oh, but Brett, it shows the non-peaked version too. Or the
Oh, does it?
non-hoopty. See, you've got the hoopty,
It shows
but
the
then
peaked version?
there's the peak
Oh yeah, there it is.
underlaid underneath it.
Perfect. I was just thinking for like the rear windows and the door geometry, it'd be the same. But yeah, it's got the correct roof on it. Look at
That's
that.
gonna be great.
Look at the little throttle.
It's so cute.
He's so little.
It's a little choo-choo.
Little choo-choo.
But that's been the big update for this last week. Is I did some work on the frame and the pilot truck. This resource was probably the biggest. Like, oh my god, look at this.
Right. So we now have crossheads, and then crosshead guide bar upper. Well, I guess it only has one guide bar, doesn't it?
It's only got the one.
And then the actual hanger that supports the rear of them. And then Brett keeps talking about the frame actually being a thing. So let's pull open the frame just by itself.
I just like staring at the frame.
Because my frame was very much phoned in. Babies first. I'm gonna try and trace this drawing. And Brett came through and was like, "This is how you make engineering thing." And then here it is. Where is the assembly?
It should just be called frame.
There it is. Yep.
Because I was ridiculed for naming the headlight assembly.
Let's see. Oh, I missed a couple top chats here. Railman 1225. One would probably call the thingy the pivot. Probably. I don't know.
Probably.
And Corey Gibson, why was the ghost so tired he worked the graveyard shift? I feel that. Yeah, so here's the actual frame of actual frameness.
With your driver boxes.
Yeah, look, I contributed parts to this. Boxes, hub liners, crown brasses, but we have frame spreaders. We didn't have any frame spreaders before. We've got the semblance of what will presumably be we're gonna put a spring buffer in this thing, right? Please.
I mean, we can in the tender.
Yeah, in the tender, not in the engine, but yeah.
In the tender, I'd say let's put a spring buffer.
Oh, you're gonna feel every hit, every single hit.
We're gonna feel every hit, and it's gonna throw the engine off the track.
That's true. Riding in the Chehalis 15 that does not have a spring buffer, shoving back the 9 miles tender first, and it just going buh, 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 over and over. It's like, oh my god.
For fuck's sake, set 3 pounds on the train and call it a day.
Pretty much. Well, the tender was ahead of you, but yeah. So anyway.
Oh, I see.
You'd have to set something on the independent, and I don't think it had a driver brake cut out. But yeah, we actually have swept things for strength. We have actual spreaders going across with locations. What's that hole for? Is that
wait
for
the stream to catch up.
Is that for the drawbar pin? That big hole back
Yes,
there?
The big uns for a drawbar pin.
Oh, that drawbar is gonna stick in there pretty far, isn't it? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's kind of a placeholder. We can do with it as we will.
Okay, cool. We have binders. Oh, he threaded the lollipops. Oh, you love to see that.
I threaded the lollipops, but they're the same piece as the wedge, so I cheated a little bit on that.
You put them on the wrong side?
Are they supposed to
the
be
wedges
on
go on the trailing side. They have been on every single engine I've seen. I suppose you could probably do it that way, but then you're adjusting away from your your piston.
Adjusting away from your piston.
Right. Well, your crosshead, right?
Oh,
As everything
yeah.
wears, you're
Yeah,
trying to pull
I
it
guess
away
that's
rather
true.
than come it closer. So you did. I will dock 10 points.
Yeah, that's fair.
You
That's
put
fair.
the lollipops on the wrong side, but that's fine.
Oh no.
How dare you? We're gonna construct it tomorrow, so.
Oh yes. Please.
Can we begin? I wish.
Can't wait.
All right, I'll call him up.
Yeah, call your friend.
Go,
We did. Mr. Moreland knows people that know things, and there have been discussions about things involving things and being official and things, and that's about as much as we can say right now. But anyway,
Yep.
talks have begun. Anyway,
Ooh.
Unfortunately.
yeah. Unfortunately, fortunately, it's fine. More talks will need to
fortunately.
happen. Cockatoo sounds
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, we also have the actual final refined interaction with the saddle itself, which is exciting. And then, of course, the connection to the lead truck. And, yeah, this is... And I love these big, curvy, beefy boys up here. Those are cool.
I hope they're beefy enough.
So
But I do
what's the
like-
final thickness of the frame?
It should be 3-inch.
Okay.
It's 3-inch measured laterally.
Yeah, across the rails. For the
So
for the thick
Top
bits.
is like some weird dimension, and the bottom I think is 1.5 tall.
I meant thickness. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what matters.
That's
for
what you when you
frames.
go death laser the plate.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we've been at 3-inch for a minute. That didn't change, so.
How thick are the
That's gonna be a
crossmembers?
big plate. I wonder how big the bed is.
How thick or what?
How
The
big the bed.
crossmembers.
Crossmembers I think are an inch thick.
They look like inch, yeah,
Oh,
if I had
that's
to
no
guess.
problem.
We've got a measurement tool,
Measurement.
and it's telling me, there we go, distance, 1 inch, yep.
I tried to do everything on the frame out of like reasonably available plate.
Right.
Same with the pilot. The pilot truck is actually kind of cool because it's all like slot and tab 3/4 plate. So we could get all the pieces burned out of a 3/4 inch sheet of steel and weld the thing together in like an afternoon.
That's the whole
Interesting.
point of the death ray is you can burn it out with the death ray and it's super clean. It's a super clean cut.
We like
That's for-
this.
Yeah. So you don't have to machine it quite as much as like if you had a plasma cutter or a water jet.
We do like this.
That is
It
one
gets
of the
a-
big
it gets a
selling
cleaner
points of the
cut
death
than a
rays.
water jet?
It's pretty much perfect. Yeah.
Wow.
Death ray.
So I guess the only thing I was thinking about this last night, when I couldn't get to sleep after programming until 3 in the morning. You'd think I'd fall asleep, but anyway. If we're gonna do weldment stuff, we're gonna make sure we're gonna have to be very careful about how we fixture and either normalize or balance the heat so that we don't warp a bunch of the complicated shite. I was thinking in regards to the saddle, because a lot of the saddle is going to be interior fillet welds, and it's going to want to bend all those plates and warp it. So we're going to have to fixture the crap out of the thing and then normalize it, or find a more cheeky way to weld it so you can weld it on both sides evenly.
Yeah, I think the only structural welds in the saddle are the pistons to the like saddle castings. And that is, to your point, probably the most critical dimension on that whole assembly. Everything else has mechanical fixturing.
Oh, really? Okay.
I believe so, yeah. There are a couple of braces and things that are welded, but I think you can put the whole thing together with bolts/rivets.
Oh, okay. I was imagining that we were just going to weld the whole shape up. Okay.
I don't believe so. If you want to look at it real quick, it should be pretty obvious.
Let's go take a look-see.
Bolts means it's easier to replace worn parts.
I hope you don't have
Yeah,
to
but how
replace
often
this.
are you replacing the smoke box?
I don't
hope
know.
so.
If you're gonna run it up Cumbrace, probably a lot.
Well, 20 got a new smoke box after, 60 years in service.
Yeah, I think the goal is going to be to make the smoke box somebody else's problem.
No.
Pretty much. Well,
Oh, was it?
replacing it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hope to be long dead by the time the smoke box needs to be replaced.
Yep, I would agree. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing...
That's kind of the weird thing
There's
about
some
this
stuff that's
project.
welded, but I think mostly it's bolted riveted.
Well, when you think about it, you know, if we get this together, it will outlast us. It will be around a lot longer than all of us will be.
Hopefully.
Period.
So we can hope.
You hope.
Yeah.
If we do it right.
So what are the other like frame interfaces you're thinking of with, I know the bars run through here and then the lower bar runs through there. I guess I can look at the frame and see where the little brackets are. Okay, so we're bracketing basically four per side.
Points. We probably, once it's bracketed, go with a welder and
Probably not a
double
bad idea.
stuff stuck it. Huh?
Probably not a bad idea. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. Might want to do a quick back of the napkin on how much force this thing puts out. It's probably not much.
I think each cylinder can generate 10,000 pounds roughly.
It's so cute.
It is so cute.
It is so cute.
I believe that came up last week with Jason, and it's like, yeah.
Tiny.
So it's less than 10,000. I want to say it's like 9,700 or something pounds is the maximum force.
Stupid little
outputable by
choo-choo.
those pistons.
Stupid cute little choo-choo.
He's so little.
Is that a little choo-choo?
Little choo-choo.
Yeah. Well, you'll love to see it. Let me catch up on these top chats, and then I guess we'll figure out what's next. I know we were discussing crosshead shoe, most likely. So, shoe and thing and stuff and words.
Bless you.
Yep. All right, let's see. Corey Gibson, my man. Why do pancakes always win at baseball? They have the best batter. Yep. Who makes all these? Dark Knight 96. How many Zumas can a Zuma while zooming zestfully? I don't know. Many zooms. Nazu. It's almost been 2 years. Time doesn't exist. So many shenanigans. Year and a half. Not 2 years. After a year and a half, then we can get to 2 years.
So,
Back to
Brett,
Railroader.
if you're looking, go ahead, guys.
Back to Railroader. You may be breaking Rule G, but you own the rails, so it's fine. Keep up the awesome work, Mark Nazu, after a mango daiquiri. Cheers, my friend. Thank you. Go ahead, Sits.
Brad, if you look in MOWVC text, you'll see the small death ray in
I
action.
see. Oh god.
Small death ray.
This is a 3,000 watt death ray.
I will
Only
I will look
three
at
But
that
that's a
later.
laser. These are lasers,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I have played with a 2-watt laser before, and it set paper on fire. White
Because,
paper,
lit
not
fireworks
dark
uses with
paper.
one.
Well,
Yeah.
the ones I work with every day are 2 kilowatts, and we burn wood with them. We can also burn steel, but they're a lot slower than this kind. These are fiber optic lasers.
3
This is
kilo.
a 3 kilowatt.
Lordy. Yeah.
Lord.
Fucking laser sights. Am I right?
And
Laser
you
sights.
absolutely positively need it, like, cut now.
Yeah. If
The
he wants
biggest one
to,
they sell is a 50 kilowatt.
if they want to burn out a frame, some lead truck parts, and maybe a smoke box, then we can
Probably
do
do the
/r/
rods, too.
the rest of the fucking owl, I think. So, anyway. Randy's hobbies: F homework, 3 A's, 2 B's, and falling behind in classes. Yeah, F homework. I feel that. F for you. I don't miss
stay in school.
college. Stay in school. Get it done. But it gets better when you don't have to deal with it.
Don't do school. Stay in drugs. Wait.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Sip Guinness. Sir Liv, will it have removable nameplates for the East Slide in Denver /ES&D? Will this be the representative ambassador loco of Studio 346? This locomotive will have nothing to do with Studio 346 other than a member of the board of Studio 346 will also be on the board of this. And that's about the only thing that that will wrap between the two things, basically. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. We have jokingly thought about insetting magnets in the cab wall where the nameplate goes on so that we can just magnet other nameplates over the top. We have joked about that. I don't know how serious we'll be.
I want a plate that says Smitty on it.
He was number one.
Yes. That.
Yeah. Yeah. Smitty was the first locomotive on the ES&D. So anyway. Anyways, Rukir Gaming gifting 5 memberships. Thank you. Corey Gibson, what's a writer's favorite train station? Penn Station. It's mightier than the sword, don't you know? Ahsoka Tano, stream on the 20th. We're still a week away. I know that you asked about it last time. I still don't know what my polar schedule is. And even then, when I do know what my polar schedule is, sometimes I just get told, no, you're coming in tomorrow. So...
especially as we go into these next couple weeks.
The final push. Yep.
The
final push and holidays and everything. And yeah, it's a whole bunch. So, yeah, I'm here for the museum. Like, whatever they need, I'm happy to help. So, that's a whole thing. So, we shall see. If it happens, it happens. 94 Chevy Z71 gifting a membership. Thank you. Ben Steen, will the Zuma chuff her own name? MonTueZuma.
MonTueZuma. Yes.
I guess it will.
Yeah. It's 4 syllables.
Actually, no, it'll sound more like MonTueZuma.
Yeah, it'll be very high-pitched and angry. Yeah. Wes W, what's the theoretical tractive effort of the new builds? Oh, God. Let's go to Steam.
Remember.
I don't remember. It's about 5,000 pounds, but we will just borrow the steamlocomotive.com tractive effort calculator real quick.
Woo.
85 cutoff, sure. Adhesion doesn't matter for what we're talking about. 150 psi, 40 cylinder diameter, 9 piston stroke, 16. 4131. So not 5,000. Originally she was 3580 at 130, and now she's going to be 4131. So lots. The calculator says apparently it could do 50 miles an hour. I'm not sure why they put a maximum speed calculator in here, because that's just a load of horse shit. But anyway.
I'm not sure I want to do 50 miles.
I wouldn't want to do 50 mile an hour in a thing with a... no, that's death.
If we're doing 50 in this locomotive, we're probably accelerating at about 32 feet per second straight down.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Well, what's the driver diameter?
40 inch.
40.
So 10%. So theoretically, by the 10% napkin math calculation, it'd be 44 miles an hour.
I still wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to go that fast in 20. And 20 is much more stable than this by, I don't know, having twice the amount of wheels.
That is one thing that I did find where you found that quote about these things tracking like shit, and it's on Steam Locomotive.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know where they got that quote. I need to reread it. I've got early financial records of the Denver Rio Grande, which is a fucking riveting read, as you can imagine.
I'm sure it is.
But I do remember they talk briefly about the first locomotive the railroad had, and I wonder if it's from there, if there's an anecdote about it tracking horribly or something.
We'll have to see. James King Lion, how many presidents of the United States does it take to change a light bulb? Answer, none change. It's just a campaign slogan. That's all I'm going to respond to that. We don't do politics.
No, they should be good at it, because light bulbs have to get screwed to change them.
Oh.
Shame.
We don't do politics on this channel. Anyways. John Doe, a brakeman for 6 months. You just turned 21. Best drink recommendation to try. Well, happy birthday. Manhattan's a solid choice if you want to get into the whiskey things.
Happy birthday.
Whiskey sour is my favorite.
Old fashions are good.
Back when Midland used to drink, I would if it's like your first drink and you don't want to get turned off of drinking ever again, go with something like a Mike's or something.
I mean that is definitely a thing because when I was younger, I said Guinness tasted like dirt, and here I am being like, ooh, Guinness. So
vanilla. He says licking the underside of some Irish boot.
My brain cell, damn it.
Give it away. Give it away. Give the brain cell away. Vintage Renewed. Wouldn't Zuma have had a wagon top? No, she didn't. She's straight barrel. Can you believe it? A lot of engines in that era did have wagon tops, but not this one. Yeah, so. Blues Crew. Mandate paint. What do you mean mandate paint? We will be painting things. But Brett did add the little blue... the little blue... where not where they'll actually be, but where it was convenient to add them in SolidWorks. Because she has those little blue triangles on her drivers. But we don't have the red and blue stripies on the domes. But to try and segregate that into like areas you could paint in SolidWorks...
I will say, I really tried.
Did you really?
Tried. On separate occasions, I tried, and it just would not work.
That sounds like hell on earth trying to do that, so...
Wrapping around that curvature, SolidWorks just wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Taladay 56, you're a machinist. What's the best 3D model so far? What do you mean by best 3D model?
I think they mean best 3D modeling software.
Oh, 3D modeling.
SolidWorks, of course. Next question.
SolidWorks is the one that I learned. I don't know the other ones, so that one. Aha! Blue Screw. Damn it, autocorrect. Magnetic paint. I don't know how that works.
The funny thing about magnetic paint is you don't need it when the thing you're painting is made of iron.
That is true. She's made of iron, sir.
You most certainly can.
Yeah, Nat Houston. If MonTueZuma is going to have angry chuffs, I got her nickname Moody Monty. I hope she's not moody. She'll be brand new.
She's gonna have to fight 20 for the distinction of being the angry elf.
It's true. It's very true. Corey Gibson. Why is sand so optimistic? It has a can-dune attitude. That one was a little bit of a stretch. You get a line for that. Darknut96. Will the Zuma / DRG Class 25 appear in Century of Steam? We do not answer Century of Steam questions here. I appreciate the two. Is that 2 pounds or 2 euros? I can never remember the symbol. I appreciate your contribution, but we don't answer
2 pound.
2 pounds. We don't answer COS questions here. That is separate. We'll answer those on Patreon videos, all that sort of stuff, Studio 346 things. I am the president of Studio 346, and I'm modeling this engine to hopefully one day build it for realsies. SolidWorks is an atrocious thing for 3D modeling for games and stuff. Like, that's just not a good workflow. So, I could tell you that this model probably won't be in COS ever. Probably. I don't know. More to come on tech tree or catalog-y type, what type of engines we will have in the video game on the Studio 346 channel down the road. You shall find out all of these things.
But you're not the same person. You're Heist.
That's right. I'm Heist. I'm not Mark. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never see this Heist guy and this Mark guy in the same spot.
Yes, Mark Kent.
I forgot my glasses. I can't see. I'm sorry.
So, I just posted 3 more videos at MOWVC text of the death ray. Yeah.
Do I have permission to show these on stream?
Go for it.
Yeah, this is the aforementioned death ray.
These are the smaller death rays. These aren't the big ones. But the very last one is like 2-inch thick steel at 31 inches a minute, which is holy shit.
That's ridiculous. Lasers.
Laser go wee. Laser go burr.
Laser do go burr.
Is this real time?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Laser go burr.
And it's basically a weld
Look at how
ready
f-
finish.
Look at how clean that cut is.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I'd love
And
to
this
just
is the
watch
smaller
the fucking
one.
thing to learn how it works.
I have seen a video of the 40 kilowatt one hit like 3-inch thick steel. And it goes burp, 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 and then it's through. It pierces 3 times. It was through on the second time, and it just goes burp. It's just a 3-inch thick block of steel.
Damn.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah, you could watch that for days. That's awesome. Anyway, go ahead, Midland.
Well, I was going to say, when you're done top tests, I actually have a question involving the steel and the construction of the Zumi boy.
Ah, well, we shall get there here. Bandan, that book does sound like a riveting read, especially when it comes to building boilers. It's financial, it's not building. Come on. Thank you. Pokerface Productions, get it? Riveting? Laugh now. Do I have to? You gave me $5. Ha! There you
Ha!
Ha! You get a singular ha.
go. Corey Gibson, what is Marco's favorite type of shirt? Polo. Cool. 94 Chevy Z71. Here's an idea. Program a speaker with smells like Kenosha for an excessive speed warning. Don't give the engine ideas. I like that idea, but don't give the locomotive ideas. They will manifest that destiny. Let's see. Grant Dolan music. If everything goes to plan, when do you think she will be done? Before the heat death of the universe. Ding! We need to get through the conceptual this thing, figure all the things out, get kind of cut sheets, build sheets, drawings, prices, talk to people, talk to many different groups of people, notwithstanding the museum, the FRA, lots of people and things and stuff and words, before we could even begin to have those sorts of things and those sorts of conversations. So, as with many big projects, probably a long time from now. 10 years? Maybe? 5 years? 10 years? I don't know. I'll have to see. So far out that estimating is pointless. Jordan Freeman, 2 days of playing the Oregon Trail and you had a member of your party die of dysentery. Mission accomplished. It happens. SolidWorks skill issue. You issue, bud. Joe Pomeroy. So I'm newish to the channel. What kind of background can you give on the engine building and your history with the museum? Oh, well, welcome, and I'm glad you enjoy the channel. I've never built a locomotive before. The spawn of this project idea was, I always kind of dreamt of doing like a 7.5-inch gauge engine as a build, like a start to finish build for the channel, because it would be a great way to do little educational fiddly bits about things like wedges and why they go on the back of the box instead of the front. Brett.
Plug Blondie Hacks.
Yeah, like what Blondie Hacks is doing, but with an emphasis rather not on the machining processes, but more about locomotive design and focus on it from that side. Blondie Hacks is obviously doing a build of is it 3 1/4 or 3 3/4 inch gauge is hers?
Oh.
I don't know what gauge it is, but she's building a cute little Pennsylvania 040. And that's been an amazing build to watch her craftsmanship. Like, huh. And she called me out in one of her
series is
comments
favorite.
lately. So good. But
Senpai noticed me.
she's focusing on the machining and forming and fabrication sides of things. And I would be more likely to talk about the design and locomotive history and engineering principles on my end, because I'm nowhere near as good of a machinist or fabricator as Blondie Hacks is. But I know a little bit more about locomotives, I'd imagine. So anyway, so that was always a dream. And then we sat there staring at this cute little doot, the Denver and Rio Grande #1 MonTueZuma. It's a class 25 locomotive. It's not a MonTueZuma. Someone commented that on my YouTube yesterday, and I face-desked about as hard as physically possible. It is the MonTueZuma. There was only one. It was #1. There were 4 locomotives of the class that worked on the railroad. And apparently, based on the pictures that we found in other places, there was a couple other Baldwin 8.5 C3s, which was the Baldwin classification for these, that worked on other railroads that were 3-foot gauge. Super neat. But we looked at it, and it's like, it is no more complex than that little 7.5-inch gauge engine. It's not really that big. It hardly weighs anything.
In fact, in many ways, it's less complex than an engine you could build in 7.5-inch gauge.
Right, because fewer drivers, simpler things. It's bare bones. It's early, right? If you did the Zumi boy in 7.5-inch gauge, it would be smaller and simpler, easier, right, in terms of weight and whatever. But if you did something that had Walschaerts valve gear or multiple drivers, more or anything like that, it'd be a lot more complex. And all that sort of thing, and the appliances that come with. MonTueZuma's kind of straightforward in that way. So we kind of sat there and we're like, it wouldn't be that hard. There's nothing on that engine that, like, we haven't touched before as a collective. Like, it's not that much bigger. Most of the space is air. Sure, you're going to spend more on material and some of the castings, but, like, you're still going to have to cast crap for the small stuff anyway. So, like, you're already at that level to deal with one way or another. Okay, why don't we try to build the real one? So that's kind of the thought process behind it.
We're only getting bigger and fatter, so live steam is becoming less and less of an option.
It's true. Why'd the locomotive derail? Well, he had too much beer the night before, and the beer belly offset the center of mass.
We could hear him sloshing as he came around the corner.
Pretty much.
Put some baffles in that man.
There were no baffles in the stomach lining. Yeah. Other than that, with the museum, I started volunteering at the museum almost 10 years ago. Coming up 9 years and 11 months and a day. So January 11th is my anniversary. Volunteered, been there, done that, done everything on everything basically. More or less. Although every now and again I find something that I haven't done and it's always kind of hilarious. And then Jeff and Dusty are like, what do you mean you've never done this? And it's like, I don't know. Somehow I haven't. Like, for instance, I haven't changed a brake shoe on anything other than the Diesel 4.
Really?
I know, right?
Huh.
Not on a locomotive, not on a car.
Huh.
Somehow.
You don't know the pain.
I helped change brake shoes at BNSF on a Dash 9. Fuck that. Anyway. So. Anyway, hopefully that helps answer your question, Joe. Taladay 56, character limit hit you. Best 3D model made for the Zuma so far. I'm gonna punt to Brett on that because Brett's done the actual Cool Kid models. What do you think is the best thing you've done?
Best model so far.
I mean, if you're gonna talk it up as assemblies, I think the Saddle Smoke Box is probably the most impressive. But
for assemblies, yeah, the Saddle Smoke Box is pretty cool. I do like the domes. I think they're pretty. I think my favorite individual part is the driver center.
The driver center is pretty freaking cool. Yeah.
I think in terms of like or the builder's plate, because
builder's plate was a bit of a pain in the butt.
In terms of an individual part, I think the driver centers are probably the most like finessed. I'm proud of those.
Are we gonna put 1871 on it, or are we gonna put the year it's actually done on it?
I don't know.
I think you should do 1870.
Well,
do 1871 on one side and then have another.
We're gonna have a replica of her actual plate, which Caleb sent to me, so I actually have the model for it, in my email. We're gonna put the replica plate of her plate on one side, but then we're gonna put our plate on the other side. So
ES&D 2020X.
See,
would be silly.
So you're gonna have the modern run everyday plate and the photo charter plate. Got it.
Pretty much. Yeah, I imagine we'll get 2 done up of each so that we can swap them out, because I'm sure that the purists will want both the original plates on it. But that we're going to run this engine at least once, as if it was timed, with that whistle. We're going to run it with that whistle on it at least once.
good lord.
That was
Did
funny.
he pull up the scary whistle?
The Huber 6. Clip, somebody top chatted and pulled up the clip of me blowing the Huber 6. So we're gonna run it with that at least once. If
I was
not,
actually-
Record, watch
many
it drop 10 pounds.
Well, I was talking with some of the channel members a couple weeks back, I think, and we actually know what the Huber 6 will vaguely sound like on that pressure.
yeah, because that clip is on 145 psi.
Yeah.
Cockatoo sounds.
I was gonna
Foamers.
say, you've just triggered something deep within Mark.
You
I know.
have.
I said that's why I said
you
vaguely, trying to
foamers,
preface
and
it.
the pressure changes the sound of the whistle. Yes, asterisk. The flow is choked in the Huber 6 by the languid plate. Therefore, more pressure than 145 does not get you anything, in my experience. We've run it at 175. We've run it at 145. Same quill range. Sounds exactly the same. I don't know what pressure that it actually chokes at. I haven't been able to determine that. I haven't had enough time with the whistle on the engines, but if you have the language set just right, you can choke that back, unless you're talking about a serious amount of pressure or superheat steam or something like that. So
How much could you pay Ed to put it on the big boy?
I don't know. You out there, Ed? How much do you need for to put a Santa Fe whistle on your big choo-choo? Something tells me he wouldn't let me do it. So anyway.
I don't know.
Gamer Boy, conductor for 9 months. You use Fusion 360, learned it on your own, and from what you've seen people do with it, it's just as good. I wouldn't be surprised. I learned SolidWorks in college, so did Brett, so that's what we use.
Yerp.
It's one of those things. I don't think it really matters. It's kind of like which audio workstation do you want? All of my recording stuff is done in Reaper, because that's what I learned on, and it's cheap. But they all do this, like Logic and Pro Tools and whatever. They all hit the same thing anyway, so.
It should be said that SolidWorks has some really neat capability when it comes to engineering analysis.
Right.
But the version we're using doesn't have that. So
Yeah, because we didn't spend that much money on it, so we just have the maker version. So anyway, True Noob Gaming. Hey Heist, just wanted to wish you a very Merry Christmas for Zuma. Thank you, friend. Merry Christmas. It is getting to be that time. One of these days, I will do my Christmas shopping. Cockatoo sounds. Corey Gibson, after an oil spill in the Gulf, does anyone know of an all-purpose cleaner that they can use? I almost read it wrong. It's so bad. Get out. Railroader Davis, engineer for 13 months. Good evening, Heist. You really enjoy the streams. You're planning on building a small 15-inch gauge loco to run on the farm. That'd be dope, man. Let me know what you're going to make. Love to hear about it. Epic Dragon Cat. Humans will probably become interplanetary before the Zumi boy lives again. I doubt it.
hopefully not.
I doubt we will put humans on Mars. Have you seen how NASA's funded? We're not doing politics. But anyways, I doubt the SLS will make it to Mars by the time, with humans aboard, by the time we get to getting this thing put together. Call sign Apollo. Nameplates, carriage bolts with inside nuts. I'm not sure. I think they've got big slot head screws on the 346, from what I recall.
They're supposed to be riveted technically, but
well, we could probably screw them in.
yeah.
Let's see. Corey Gibson. No, this is a MonTueZuma. This one is the second one.
You know, I hate that he has somewhat of a point.
You do somewhat have a point. It's not the MonTueZuma because it's not the original, but it will be the one that exists.
Only MonTueZuma. So it is the MonTueZuma technically.
Yep.
It will be the number one and the only MonTueZuma. So it will technically be the one, the only.
The one, the only, the MonTueZuma.
If only you could source one little piece of steel that came from the original. That'd be hilarious.
We need to go invade the Salida Hospital and go find her original boiler.
Yes.
That'll be difficult for a number of reasons.
Didn't the hospital burn down in the 1900s or something?
I was gonna say the hospital burned 100 years ago.
Still
Okay, we
doesn't
need
burn,
we need to go find it anyway. Quick. Okay, you know what we'll do? We will get a Gillette razor blade, and we'll weld it into the frame, and say that it was scrap recycled from MonTueZuma.
I mean, there's a pretty good chance it was.
Pretty bad actually, because she was probably almost entirely iron. So, steel.
Yeah, one atom.
It's
One
fine.
atom. That's all we're going for.
Details.
Details.
Nixiality, what's my opinion on the Penzi S1? Dope as fuck. Kind of stupid, long, and crazy, but dope as fuck. Molden House, if possible, could someone involved Discord DM me the needed information for transporting Zumi? Want to be sure things would work. P.S. You have a CDL. We've got about, I think, 3 or 4 people with CDLs that are like going like you shoot me a DM, Molden House. Add me. Just use the name Heist. I'll add you back and then we can chat. Ruby H, video work something. Hey all, off-brand Minnesotan Heist here. You're big boned and my hair goes down to my waist. Wow. Getting called out like that today. All right. Anyway, being a volunteer at MTM and 261 has made me very mindful of excursion logistics. How easy/hard would trucking the Zuma from railroad to railroad be? For a locomotive, just about as easy as it gets. We've joked about it being able to be towed by a diesel F350, which is technically true. You wouldn't want to move it that way. And with its weight as just an engine plus the trailer, it would put you in the CDL territory. But at the same time, you wouldn't need a ridiculous truck to do it. And we have, like I said, 4 or 5 people with CDLs that are pretty excited about the project itself. We talked about the S1 5 minutes ago, Auntie. Shoo.
Tim. Hi, Auntie.
You can stay. You just gotta get the spray bottles sometimes for the Penzi foamers, you know?
Auntie.
we love you, Auntie. I wasn't being serious, but anyway. We know what the stream delay is. There you go. Anyway, so she should be relatively easy to transport around. I'm eventually going to get to the bottom of these. Texas Key Keeper, welcome to the Conductors. Go check out those videos. Andrew Frame, what did you miss? We looked at lots of things. Hey, Andy's back. Hello,
Andy's
friend.
back.
I hope you know I only left for the funny.
I'm glad. I was worried that I offended you, which is why I was
No.
sad. But I'm glad that I did not, and I'm glad that you left for the funny, because it was... I think Sitz was dying over there for a second, so...
I've been dying for the past week, but yes.
Well, don't die. No
It
dying
happens. Yeah, Andrew Frame, we looked at all the things that Brett has made, including in honor of your name. Not really. The frame. The new frame.
Right.
Meet the new
Right.
frame. That has many things, including lollipops on the wrong side, which I'm just going to keep twisting that knife. It's fine. But, yeah, we've actually got properly engineered frame, bracketing, the spreaders, the crosshead hanger, actual pivot point for the drawbar, buffer. I mean, my frame was a bit of a joke, and Brett just went, rest of the owl, and there it be. So... that's basically what you missed. We looked at a couple other parts, but you can check the VOD to see all that. So, Corey Gibson, where did the guy go after getting lost on the minefield? Everywhere. Quotes NTSB safety video. We are everywhere! Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Excuse me, that is the bin in it. Thank you.
Darknet96, with Elon Musk yeeting a Tesla into space, could or would you yeet a 3D print copy of Zuma into space and name it Enterprise? Not serious. Merry Christmas. To go
This
where no
segment's
locomotive
so
has ever
fast.
gone before. That's a shit post. And I know an idiot that lives 15 minutes south of me that works for an evil rocket manufacturing corporation that likes to make rockets.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
So he could probably make that happen. John Deere Boy, once it runs, would I be able to charter a freight train with an amount of my tractors behind the Zumi Boy just for the giggles? For you,
As
my
long as
friend.
that amount is 1 or less.
Yes, as long as it doesn't put us at tonnage for flat track. Yes, for you, my friend. Patrick McNeely, just because I'm curious to know the general location where the hospital was. Also, eBay has some great slides of the DNRGW locomotives. Spend your money as you wish. Jeff buys slides on eBay all the time for the museum and is always showing me those. Those are cool. I don't know where the hospital is. Brett might. It was in Salida.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore.
Hasn't
the
existed
site
for a
was
while.
south of the Monte Cristo Hotel, which also doesn't exist anymore. I actually have been looking into it. I didn't realize it was a Rio Grande hospital.
What?
So that's kind of neat.
That is kind of neat.
I think it's vaguely near where the current hospital is.
Interesting. Somewhere in Salida. There you go. Andrew
I think we
Frame.
should give Antimatter the chance to defend the S1.
Are people talking poorly about it?
You gave a very brief explanation.
I
of
did
how,
give
how
a
much
very-
you liked it.
I did give a very brief explanation. Let me get to the bottom of these top chats. I have 2 more, and then we'll have Auntie explain why the S1's the best choo-choo.
3 more.
3 more. Andrew
4 more.
Frame, going through a life with my name listed on forums as A Frame. You've heard them all. Oh, I didn't even realize that. You are an A Frame. Do you store much wood in you? Anyways, I didn't even realize the joke that was coupled with that. Like, I literally thought of the A-frame shed that my granddad built at my grandma's place where they stored wood. I wasn't even thinking of the connotation of the joke. Hopefully it was funny. Transit biker, more likely to an ironclad's armor versus razors. Yeah, probably. Railroader Davis, the plan for the 15-inch gauge stuff is a small mogul or 10-wheeler, and it would have an industry for it to work as we were setting up a sawmill in the back in the woods. That would be dope.
That'd be fun.
That would be super fun. Yeah, actually working a little industry on your farm with a real train, even small. So, John Deere boy, heaviest tractor wouldn't be much more than 10,000 pounds or so. Okay, good, because I'm pretty sure we're good up for like, I don't know, something like 60 or 70,000 pounds up Cumbres. So, 1, 2 on a flat car. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andrew Frame would hashtag gay joke. Yes, my friend. All right, Auntie.
I
S1 post for us, please.
Okay, what's the context? What were people talking about?
Somebody was asking me what my thoughts on the S1 were, and I said it's very neat, very long and ridiculous, but very neat. And that was about all I had.
Ridiculously oversized speedy boy.
Yep. Something, real speed record holder, something, 150 mile an hour ticket, something. Dark side.
Something it did 31 miles in 12 minutes, and either it went 150 or it went through a wormhole.
Yeah,
I know what my
obviously
money's
it went
on.
through a wormhole.
Clearly. The
Clearly.
dynamometer didn't go through the wormhole with it.
All I'm gonna say is it's duck season.
They're rebuilding the wrong locomotive, T1 Trust. Someone tell them. Make an S1 next.
As much as I would love
Straight
to
to
see a
the
new
main
build
line.
S1, it would not be able to fit anywhere.
That is true.
The thing's 140 feet long.
That's a big, stupid choo-choo.
I mean, the old Crestline Roundhouse was for sale a while back, and it still had the turntable pit.
Huh.
Yes, the pit. The turntable was cut up.
Rebuild the turntable and run it in the Roundhouse.
Running in the pit.
Okay. Well, let's see about doing perhaps a crosshead setup here.
So Heist, do you have a moment for a potentially thought-provoking question?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I said I'd get to the end of top chats and then talk to you, and then ADHD said, so go
It's
ahead.
fine. It happens. Plus, there's a bazillion job chats. Which is awesome. Support Heist.
We
He's good
like
dude.
these things. Yes, thank you.
My thought/question was going to be, how much stronger, based on just material difference alone, would a modern Zuma's frame be compared to old Zuma?
Oh, God. I mean, it was probably originally drawn iron or something, wouldn't it have been?
Probably cast iron.
I don't think it would have been cast in one piece in 1871, though.
I would have
It's
bet
not that
drawn iron.
big, so.
Well, it's lots of small spindly pieces, which would make me think drawn iron. This frame is, I think, 2 pieces or 3 pieces if you want to be, both sides. Whereas the original one, it was just the top rail, and then each of the lower rails were separately bolted to the frame jaws.
True.
Yeah, I would bet on it being drawn iron. And so if you think of yield strength of iron versus even like A36,
Steel.
even the garbagest of garbage steels.
Even Chinesium.
Yeah, I mean, goodness.
HRPO.
That's what. Speaking of frames,
HRPO.
speaking of frames and casting, and this ties back into the S1. It is the largest single frame or the largest single pieced casting made for a railroad ever.
Isn't it something like 90 feet long?
92 and a few inches.
Christ on a bike.
With the main reservoir cast into it and equalizing reservoir too. Am I right?
Say
know
again. I only
the
caught about a
main-
third of that.
The main res and the equalizing res cast into the frame. I know the T1 had that.
Yes. Well, sort of.
Sort of.
Yes, it was technically cast into the frame, but there was another lining that was a separate piece that was put into them.
Hmm.
And
It's still cast into the frame. That's insane.
Yes.
So, is this a it depends drink moment?
It always is. That's the secret.
Drink? Okay, got it.
yeah, all
Not
I
you,
heard was
Carl.
drink.
Not you.
Get this.
Like Carl near the tankers? Okay.
Carl was singing in the Northwest Passage earlier. I don't think he needs any more today.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
he always needs more.
Brett, tell
mean-
me that you can have the assembly on one monitor and the new part on a different monitor. Please tell me that's possible.
Maybe? I don't know. I only run with one monitor.
Oh, child.
Get good.
He did. He has 4.
Yeah, I literally. It just like it does not. It looks like it's going to another monitor, but it has to be within SolidWorks. Span displays. Ah!
War.
There we go.
War.
There we are. Oh goodness.
And the display.
It's
Wow.
just so wide now. Tile that one to the right. We don't need the frame open anymore. We don't need that. Brett is the reason that we really wanted to do the stream today after Brett had done a bunch of stuff was that Brett's trying to coach me on how to be a real engineer and actually design the parts the correct way and actually have the parts be separate parts.
So the first thing you want to do is find the front of the locomotive and put the wedges over on that side.
Put the wedges over on that side?
I was making a joke.
Oh.
Put the wedges at the front of the box.
Oh! They should restore it and run it on the main line. Anyway, Corey Gibson, you were digging in your garden. You found a chest full of gold coins. Wanted to run straight home and tell your wife about it. Then I remembered why I was digging in our garden. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
On
Ooh.
that shark joke, I was playing Railroader with some other people, so I'm gonna go back to that.
Go enjoy.
Have fun.
Thank you, friend.
We'll
Patrick
see you all
Mc-
later.
Patrick McNeely, just to tell Brett, but there's a site called Historic Aerials. You've used it to look for homes that aren't around anymore in your area. Maybe it'll help the search.
Oh, neat.
Neat. Thank you.
Yes. Historic Aerials has actually been a very handy site for retracing like old rights of way that potentially no longer exist or somewhat do exist, but then have track, and because now they don't.
Nicholas Downs, at least if the tractors went over tonnage, you could just drive one off the flat car and pull the train up the hill. Any tractor over 50 horse could move the Zuma on rails, no problem.
I think we could move the Zuma on rails.
Probably. Doesn't weigh much more than the fucking CNS 1009, and 2 dudes can move that. Vomits. MR Flanagan, like you, busy time of year. Looking forward to firing the last trips of the year at EBT next Friday and Saturday. Happy holidays. That's exciting, man. That's gonna be fun. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try and draw her crosshead bar is her crosshead like assembly is the cutest little stupid thing. I'm looking at her builder's picture. It has 3 bolts holding it together. 3.
3.
3. Good God. And it's about the size of the driver's center. So I'm gonna let me put this the way that we have our assembly. And I'm looking at the right. I want to sketch on the right plane. Okay, so I've got a reference up on another screen, and I'm gonna basically sketch the shape and then get some dimensions figured out.
Where did you stop with top chats?
MR Flanagan's.
Cool. If you want to keep going
Yeah,
with SolidWorks,
if
we
you
can
let
do
me
that.
if you let me do SolidWorks and you read the top chats for the people, I think they would
Okay.
abide by that. Thank you.
We can do that as long as people don't lynch me. Don't hate me. Corey Gibson, $10. Thank you very much. A priest asks the convicted murderer at the electric chair, "Do you have any last requests?" "Yes," replies the murderer. "Can you please hold my hand?" I feel like he might have put up some resistance to that request.
Don't
If you don't know what, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I would suggest you look it up.
Who? Why would you do this? Why did Dusty's friend Jimmy from the Cog just possess Brett?
Shocking, isn't it? Zoe McElroy says, not to interrupt, but are you keeping it with plain bearings or roller bearings? It depends. Right now we have the tender set up in CAD with roller bearings. That was more out of necessity of we didn't want to make brasses and keeper wedges and all this other stuff for a teeny tiny little axle. If we can get a hold of some axles that have half-decent 24-inch wheel sets on them, that might be a different story. The drivers are going to be plain bearing because Hayden Sebold raised a point while Mark was visiting California. You don't want to have to press the wheels off of the axle to change a bearing.
And then somebody will say something smart about half-sleeve roller bearings.
We're not doing half-sleeve roller bearings. We're just going to make plain bearings like men.
And everyone just needs to realize that we die like men. Yeah. So
I like that.
We're just doing plain bearings because plain bearings are really not that incredibly complicated.
they're not incredibly complicated, and they're not like there's not really anything wrong with them either.
No, they worked for more than 100 years.
Guess what? The Great Stromboli did nothing to 491s, and they presumably have not been out from underneath the engine since 1957, and they've never had a problem. Knocks on wood.
Zerg Smasher Gaming donating $5. Thank you, friend. Hey, Heist, when you build Zumi Boy, will you use modern materials or try to build it out of the exact same stuff it was originally made out of?
As we were just discussing, modern materials, we're not making crap out of iron.
We're not going to have an iron boiler. We're not going to have a lap seam boiler. We're not going to have all of the sketchiness. Where applicable, we will use original materials like bronze and that, we're not going to make the thing out of titanium and aluminum.
Right.
But basically everything that was iron will become steel.
Just make it all out of Inconel. It'll be perfect. It'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We'll just make it out of Delrin. It's easier to machine.
God,
Blind
that is
Traveler, welcome to the
expensive
ES&D Brakeman. Corey Gibson, why did Mozart hate all of his chickens? When he asked them who the best composer was, they all replied, Bach, Bach, Bach?
Oh, wow.
You said that one in my stream yesterday.
I shouldn't be laughing that hard at that. That's very fucking stupid. But I'm here for it. Damn it, Corey. You son of a bitch.
And random CN unit member for 4 months says, don't know if you know yet, but you can change the whistle. I'm not sure what he's referring to there.
Probably Railroader, and yes.
Oh, yes. Woo!
Doing okay back there, R2?
Corey
There
Gibson.
are two.
Why was the leper hockey game canceled? It was because of a face-off in the corner.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Oh.
You know what the leper said to the prostitute, right?
Oh, I
Keep the
don't
tip.
want to know.
Go ahead. What?
Huh?
Keep the tip.
What'd you say? Oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
No.
No.
We need a demonetization button.
I don't
we just pressed it.
I don't monetize streams for this very purpose.
And it's still
Also
happening
because
somehow.
fuck.
The streams
Because
always get
fuck.
demonetized. Somebody will gift 50 memberships, and the German military march ends up eating the monetization of the stream anyways. So
Das Copyright.
Das Copyright, yeah.
Copyright.
Oh
You
man.
will
I'm
obey the copy.
almost there on the shape on that.
It's very nice.
Goofy, cute little crosshead. What would you
I'm
call
not
the?
looking forward to. We're gonna have to cast the crosshead, then machine all sides of it because it's all shiny and nice.
Ooh.
We'd have to cast the crosshead, the guide bar.
No, the little tram.
This thing?
I think so.
You wouldn't just burn it out of plate?
I mean, we could. I don't think the original one was. You can see the original
probably
is
true.
a casting.
Yeah.
We could, I suppose, burn it out of plate, weld it up, and then machine it.
Well, it's going to be, what, 4 pieces? It's going to be a top shoe, bottom shoe, and then 2 of these guys, right?
If you look at the other builder's photo, you can see that it's... The front is totally filled in, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess that would make sense.
This one?
What do you think, Lily? Do you have anything to say?
Can you see that the front's totally filled in?
On the other builder's photo.
On this one, the one, I mean, stream delay is probably a thing, but
Yeah, stream delay is a thing. On the one that's like a 2/3 view?
this is kind of a I mean...
Yeah, the one that's not from the side, the one that you can see the front a little bit.
It's hard to say with the shadow.
Yeah, I mean, up to you. You're the one designing it.
I mean, that key is going in at a crazy angle. That means there's not going to be any shit there up below that key. Unless they milled out a stupid pocket through a casting to ram the key in.
I mean, that's how other crossheads are. That's how
Is
This
20s
is the
are.
dark wall.
Is that really how it is? It's
Yeah.
all solid? Okay. It's all... It's all one piece other than the top shoe?
20s is, I believe, yeah.
Is it really? Jesus Christ, have I never looked at these?
Unless I am grossly misremembering, I believe it's a big honkin' casting that has a slot and then a boring in it for where the piston rod goes through.
Let me find a picture of 20 that's not a dramatic, sexy picture of sexiness.
I mean, we could make it hollow, but you know what they say? Solid works.
God damn it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Bandan donating $5. Thank you, friend. Why didn't the editor donate blood? He was a type O. No, really, he said he was positive.
Oh,
I don't get that one.
it type O.
Type
negative.
O blood.
Blood type. Bandit, just join if you can do that.
Don't enable him, Sits! Do not condone this behavior from Bandan. We'll be
on,
listening to you two just punning back and forth
Ugh.
and nothing else for the rest of the evening.
But that was great the last time we did it. Come on, chat. Wasn't it great?
You know what? Actually, why don't you do it? I have to go pee. So why don't you just go
no.
do that?
Oh, Lord.
I'm
Oh,
condoning
no.
this.
You might.
I will be right back.
We might regret this decision.
God.
We'll wait on the other top chats until Mark gets back.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's a casting, though, if I'm remembering 20 correctly.
I would be surprised.
Oh,
If
here's Bandit.
Oh no. No.
Go for it. Send it.
Actually, right now I'm playing a Railroader, so
Oh,
Wow.
We do
Wow.
like Railroader.
We do.
yeah.
Everybody
We do.
flipped out. It's like Heist hates Railroader. No, it is what it
say
is.
they railroaded him.
Yeah, it's got some good. It's
It-
got some bad.
Exactly. Like I will wholeheartedly say I enjoy playing Railroader. At
It
this
is a really
period new sentence. I also think it doesn't have assault.
Ouch. I feel like that's a harsher critique than Mark has ever
Well,
placed
it's just
upon
one of
it.
those things that the engines, for me at least, being lay person that I am, feel like they don't have any character. Yet I have fun playing that game with my friends. The multiplayer is fun.
I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
the emphasis is really on the locomotives. I think everybody
Yeah.
was kind of expecting that, and it's just not. It's
Yeah.
not what it is.
And and I think you're definitely correct.
I think
Yeah,
it largely
it's
comes
really more
down
of a-
to a presentation thing. Like, the locomotives not operating realistically isn't necessarily what they were going for, but the way they're modeled is distracting in certain stuff that's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I won't argue with you there.
Also, highways.
Howdy.
Hello.
Oh, here's a really good shot of 20's crosshead. Yeah, it's a casting.
It's a casting.
It's a big chonka honka casting.
But presumably, Zuma's is going to be so small you can machine it, right?
Like out of a piece of billet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be able to do that. If you're gonna do that, it might honestly be easier to do a casting, but I don't know. It'd be easier if it was a one-off to do it out of billet, but coupled with the fact that we A, need 2 of them, and B, are already gonna have to have foundry capability to cast a bunch of other shit. It's like, I don't know. We'll probably cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. Also, leave it to Mickley to kind of more articulately articulate what I was trying to say. He says I want to feel more. Yes.
Yes.
I want to feel less like an employee and more like an engineer. And for me personally, that is entirely accurate. But I wholeheartedly understand the people who want to just run the train and do the economics and have fun with friends. Because guess what?
Yeah.
I run the train and I have fun with friends and I do the economics, and it's fun.
I'm back. I
This is
see.
interesting.
I see the picture that Brett sent me. Oh, God, that is a big casting, isn't it?
Das ist ein big casting.
Yeah, I had this picture that basically showed the same, but yours shows the better detail.
I
Yeah.
was looking at pictures and it's like, do I have a picture of 20 that has the crosshead? Oh, I have a picture of the crosshead. Cool.
So, how does one...
Did you? I guess you were out of town for when we took those off and put them together.
Yeah, I
8,000
didn't. I
times.
wasn't. I just machined the bolts, man.
So are you aware of like how the shoe and everything interfaces with it?
Is the shoe just on top, or does it go on top and down the
So-
sides?
So look at the picture I sent. The shoe is kind of T-shaped, but the middle of the T is really fat,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and then it bolts through the shoe to the side plates, air quotes, even though it's part of casting, and then it has side shoes, and that's what the little N of brass slot-headed screws is.
I see that. Okay.
And then,
but-
yeah, the wedge is a big honkin' slot through the casting. Zumi, it's at an angle, but 20, it's straight. It is a tapered slot, too, which is fun.
Aye. Yeah.
And
that's-
then the piston rod has a little shoulder with the taper.
and then
where it
it's got a
interfaces into the casting.
taper. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I recall that being a point of discussion because reasons. Anyway.
Because burgled, yes.
Yep. burgled.
Taper point of discussion.
It was-
Bad, wicked, bad zoot.
Bad, naughty, wicked, bad suit.
Adam Cordell, 4.99. Thank you very much, friend. Don't throw false teeth at your vehicle; you'll dent your car.
From Adam? Adam, don't join this fuck shit.
Man,
Yeah.
that
Bryn-
joke really bites, doesn't it?
No.
Oh.
Do not start.
One of
this
you
shit,
is
I
enough.
will go
Two are
goblin
too
mode.
many. Random
Man, that
CN
goat really
unit.
had teeth.
Ugh, random CN unit. At least SolidWorks did not frick up Heist last time. Yes, this is a good thing.
So I guess
Corey-
while we're worried about castings and things, it has to have a top and bottom shoe, right?
This one would,
With a
yes.
single bar.
Yeah, this one would.
What, pray tell, is holding the bottom shoe in?
I'm assuming you have the builder's photo up?
I do, yeah.
I don't know, because it doesn't have bolts, does it?
No.
Is it a situation where, like, the bottom shoe is, like, it has countersunk fixturing going through the contact face of it, and you just put that shoe in before you put the crosshead on the gib?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know. It's not a nice way to do it, but it's a way that would work that matches the photo.
Right. That'd be better than just putting a brick in there and letting it ride. Because
Right.
all the force go up on the crosshead. Fun fact. That's how
You're-
that be. All the force all the time. Well, when you're loading, if it's coasting, it rides on the top shoe. But if you're under power, it
Yeah.
rides on the bottom shoe.
And going forward.
This might be.
If
an
you're
item
going
where modern
backwards, does it not do
configuration is
that?
advantageous.
Does it ride on the top shoe if it's going backwards?
Maybe I'm smoking crack. I remember thinking there was something at one point where it's like the cab forwards were a weird design.
I don't
Maybe
think
I'm
it
smoking
changes.
crack. I'll
with-
think on that.
Yeah, think about it. I'll have to think about it too, but
Yeah.
I've thought too much
Corey-
about valve gear and wacky shit lately.
Ugh. Corey Gibson, your favorite Disney movie is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. You love a hero with a twisted backstory. Jesus.
God damn.
Fuck.
That one you might be going to hell for, my friend. That one right there.
That's
That one might have been the line.
that's pretty bad.
Brett, there's more. There's even more.
Oh boy, we'll get there. Willie's Warrior 43, $5. Thank you, friend. How many coaches did MonTueZuma pull on the original route from Denver to Pueblo? I have seen it pictured with 2 coaches and its cute little baggage car before. So
Sounds
that's
about
2
right.
4-axle cars and a 2-axle baggage.
If you're actually
And the
trying
rule-
to get somewhere at any amount of speed, that seems about right.
Yeah. And ruling grade on that line in those days was nominally about 2%, so...
See, what you need to do is the N-scale thing of you just put traction motors in the little baggage car, and then it helps it up.
We've
Cooper's
talked
back.
about
We've-
making
and
the
we've
B
come back to
unit.
the B unit. B is for baggage.
B is for baggage and also for booster.
B is for package and boost.
Zerg
Come on,
Smasher
Zuma,
Gaming.
wouldn't it be the N unit?
What?
N? Next
Not
letter in the
following.
alphabet, no?
Oh, A, B,
Yes.
M, N.
Oh.
Okay.
I guess.
that-
maybe?
You stretched my brain for that one.
Yeah, that one was
Cortez, Ute,
confusing.
and Del Norte would like to know your location.
Oh. No. 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 No.
No?
No. That's not how you say that. No.
Wait, what?
That's not how you say It's Del Norte.
Why?
Fuck off.
They
It's
know.
Colorado.
No, there's no way they. I know there's the .0 shit, but no.
Tom,
Here we this is
Salida?
a bee's hive. This is the
Salida,
thing.
Buena Vista, Salida,
No.
Buena Vista, Del Norte,
I'm being gaslit right now.
Denver and Rio
I'm not-
Grande.
I won't stand for this.
Buena
Tom,
Vista is a contentious one, I will admit.
Tom?
Buena Vista kind of depends. I have never heard anyone say Del Norte. It's Del Norte.
Colorado did not like Hispanic people probably many, many moons ago, and this is how the things are now pronounced because of that. Is
I don't
all I
think
got
it's
for
even
you.
that they
This is
didn't
real.
like
this is,
Spanish people. I just think it's that nobody cared.
Could also be that, but that is
Sir-
how they're pronounced on the
That
on the
is how they're
railroad.
pronounced.
Yep,
this is an etymological crime.
it is.
Hey, man.
It is. But welcome.
Hey, man. Zerg Smasher Gaming, $5. Thank you, friend. What did the baby pharaoh say when he got lost in the dark tombs? He said, "I want my mummy."
Great, now I'm gonna be thinking of that Doctor Who episode.
Oh god, why? No! Bad. Why does the mummy have a British accent? Because I sure as hell was not going to try an Egyptian accent. Mr. Shooter 4, $10. Thank you, friend. Hopped on just in time for a lime-worthy joke. Good thing I just bought a case of Corona. You enjoy those Coronas, my friend. There is certainly enough limeage going on with this stream tonight.
9 Coronas.
Good
She
Lord,
was looking
Corey
so
Gibson.
fine after 9 Coronas.
Woo!
So wait, 9 Coronas.
I'm glad most of you knew what I was talking about.
Wait, hold on. Are we getting a Corona for every Fast and the Furious movie?
Oh no. Oh,
You can
haven't
have
seen the
anything you
meme?
want, so long as it's a quarter mile.
Family.
I live my life a quarter Corona at a time.
Family.
Only a
Family.
quarter Corona? What are you drinking, lime-maritas?
Oh. Jesus. Only as a means of torture. Corey Gibson, I will ask Mark this one. Hey Mark, how do stars usually die?
Oh god.
I don't know how.
Usually an overdose.
I was gonna say something like alcohol or something.
I messed that one up. It's supposed to be how do stars die? Rather than
Oh.
usually.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corey Gibson, another one. Laughter is contagious, so if you are sick of my jokes, I'm sorry, there is a pundemic going around.
There really is.
God damn it.
We've all caught it.
Also,
And you're just going Corona nuts with it.
Also,
Yep.
Going back to the language barrier. How do we pronounce Saltillo?
Saltillo, right? Not Saltillo.
Taylor.
Saul Tiller.
It's
Sal
Saltillo,
Taylor.
but there is a Mexican way to pronounce it.
Saltillo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's Saltillo.
There's one of my coworkers at work. We're gonna start doing work in a new territory, and I'm not excited for it. But that's not the point. Just horribly butchered a Pennsylvania Dutch name earlier at work, and I thought it was hilarious.
Ooh.
Jeez. I mean,
I know what it was. It was Croxton. It's like, no, I think that's Croydon.
Croxton.
Corey, why are you spending so much money on limes? Why?
Corey took my need for a joke during that shitty Railroaders stream and has not stopped providing shitty jokes for the subsequent next like
I
3 or
feel
4
like I'm
streams.
slacking.
Yeah, that's why I started joining these again.
Oh,
It's like I'm trying to come up with content, but I'm like also drinking. So
Also, continuing the language, we have here in Pennsylvania we have Du Bois.
Du Bois.
There's a French way to pronounce that one.
Dubois.
wow.
chat is nothing but limes.
All of the
As it should be.
All the lines.
Corey Gibson, you were
Wait.
shocked when you found out your toaster wasn't waterproof.
Oh.
Ouch.
Don't, folks at home. Okay, that's one thing where we have to have a warning here. Do not do that. Don't put your toaster in water.
No.
Do not do that.
There was
Like,
a Cards Against Humanity game I was playing, and there was some kind of something that your favorite bath toy was like my toaster, and everyone was trying to be like, what?
Don't put a toaster in the bathtub. Don't put a fork in the outlet. Don't eat the yellow snow.
Exactly.
I mean, the yellow snow's tasty on some occasion. Railroader Davis donating $4.99. Thank you, friend. The Wi-Fi on my farm was really bad, so I moved the modem to the barn. Now I have a stable connection.
God
Hey, that's a good idea.
damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, that worked. That definitely worked.
And then right under that, Corey Gibson. The wedding was so beautiful, even the cake was in tears.
Ooh.
Tiers.
No.
Corey Gibson's afraid of speed bumps, but he's slowly getting over it.
Oh my god, Corey's gonna break the economy just by puns.
Just through stupid
Yes.
puns.
Corey, you're out of control, my friend.
I
think-
I'm gonna have to vote myself now.
I think distinction of best pun thus far, potentially of the stream, however, goes to Poker Face Productions for a twofer. They ate a clock the other day, and they said it was very time-consuming. When they had to go to the bathroom, they said it was hard passing time.
Oh.
God damn it.
Yeah, that wins.
Christ almighty.
I don't think Christ can save you here.
Mm-mm.
No, there is no Christ. Bupkis is not here.
I do have to wonder if he went back for seconds on the clock.
God damn it!
Bantan! Who broke you people?
Our families?
It's called the world.
Christ.
Captain, I wish to report a mutiny.
Oh, man. Nicholas Downs, just don't slack off too much. You might give the viewers whiplash. Also $9.99. Thank you, friend. It was a fun experience to ride the Strasbourg Railroad for the first time with a bunch of former friends that, at that point in time, none of them had really done railroad stuff except for one of my other buddies. And we were there on a photo freight day, so they had stopped the passenger train in the siding at Groff's, which I guess is a place they don't stop too much. And when they started again, you could hear the slack propagating down the train. We were on the very end platform, and they whistled off, and you just heard gung, 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 gung. And my buddy and I immediately grab out of instinct, and then everybody else hit the floor.
So Gross is their picnic grove. During the summers, they actually stop there fairly regularly.
Well, then this engineer sucked.
But also, that was their whole claim. Like, this is the only railroad that does a regularly scheduled meet, or one of the only railroads that does a regularly scheduled meet here as a passing siding. And
It's been a minute since we've seen the burbs. Thank you, Nicholas. I'm sitting here staring at the crosshead like, have I modeled this right? Have I modeled this right? And then...
I guess I modeled it right.
Nobody expects the Birdie Inquisition.
No one expects the Bird Inquisition.
Only thing I would say is it necessary to have the lower chute totally closed, or can it just be open on the ends? Say the machining.
You could say the Birdie Inquisition is the peak of
More
comedy.
birds.
Oh, more bird!
More birds.
Oh no!
More verbs.
Okay, sorry, Brett, you were saying? Thank you, Michael, 55 for the 50 gifted memberships. People are just now comedically interrupting with birds. Okay.
Run!
The birds are coming.
Someone saw all the puns and decided to scream it for the burbs, so they did it.
Damn it, Corey.
It's Corey! He's the one that was doing all the puns! We decided to do more birds for more puns!
Corey has selected, single-handedly collected all of the bird and lime emojis at the same time.
Corey is like, I want all the violence. Tonight is violence nights for me, so I'm just going to do all the violence. I'm going to do 10 super chats and then 50 million memberships.
I've got to read more super chats if I'm going to disappear because of all the birds. Corey Gibson, I poured root beer in a square glass. Now I just have beer. Congratulations. Good stuff. Poker Face. Yes, good. Poker Face Productions. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
Hey.
Where's the drum?
Didn't.
Oh, we're going to use that once and then never do it again?
I don't know who has the drum, but I have this.
That works.
That kind of works.
Wait, hold on. I think I know. It might be somewhere.
Flaming asshole!
Nope, that's not it.
Not that one.
I think it's one of the default ones.
I think it
One of the
is.
default.
Railroader Davis, how did the farmer... Oh, thank you.
There
good.
we go.
Nailed
Railroader
it.
Davis, how did the farmer find his cow? He tracked her down.
In stereo.
King of comedy. If I owned a geared locomotive, I'd call it a Heisler. Nothing? You're just gonna leave me here with my stupid grin? Yeah, that's probably for the best. And Mar Flanagan, did you know you can cut the ocean in half with a seesaw? God damn it. What is this stream?
I don't know what the stream's become.
This has become the most cursed and wonderful
died?
stream.
Am I dead?
Oh.
Is
Yes,
this
Mark,
purgatory?
before the birds strike again. Is it necessary for the lower shoe to be totally enclosed, or can it be open on the ends? It would save us some machining if it was open on the ends.
It would. My brain was saying that having it pocket down would give it some more whatever, but I mean, I'd be happy
Fair.
to just have it be... It'd be
Fair.
more
Up to you.
contained rather than just using screws, but I think if screwing it in would probably be fine. I don't know how much lateral force those things really see, if they're oiled well.png.
Yeah,
So.
in theory they shouldn't be seeing much here, but...
Yeah, it'd be a lot simpler to make if it didn't have that. Let me adjust that.
Hello,
Good,
friends.
good call out. Hey, Jake.
Hello,
Hi, Jake.
it's a Jake.
Hello.
Jake,
Jake,
run while you still can.
Yeah, this stream is...
Either save
I
us
can't
or
run. I'm chained to the desk.
This, well, don't pay attention to the stream while you still can, then.
God damn
Why?
it.
What fresh hell are you unleashing upon SolidWorks now?
Oh, I'm not unleashing hell upon SolidWorks. Corey Gibson and company are just fucking sending the lime parade.
This is the pun stream, apparently.
It's turned into a pun stream.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, then
Oh no!
you said the word parade.
Birds.
Oh, bird.
Yes. Soy McElroy, thank you. I'm not sure where Brett left off with the rest of the top chats. So.
Digital Grid Music is the only one I haven't read yet.
Anyway, we could get a series going over locomotive components like valve gear and internal workings in detail. As a 3D modeler, it would help immensely. Well, that's kind of half the reason why we're doing this.
Actually,
Yes.
on that subject.
Can I actually plug the CNO Historical Society?
God, those videos are great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not aware of these videos.
The Sino Historical
Brett, they are
Society
fantastic.
did a video on Walschert's valve gear that is like the single most detailed video on Walschert's valve gear you will ever get, to the point that I will never make one because I will just go watch this guy's.
Sold.
It's like 46 minutes long, and if you wanted to know all of the little details with Akanawa as the choo-choo.
They
Yeah.
actually made a pair of them. I'll send them both to you, Brett. But I think there was something Midland wanted to say as well.
Yes, actually, I also wanted to do a plug to our friends up in the great New England North, the WWNF. They have an animation of their new build number 11's valve gear that I'm putting in VC text.
Dope.
Shiny.
I mean, 2-foot is a fucking vibe, and I
It is
might
a
be a little
vibe.
bit. I might be a little bit biased.
Have we sent you that vid of them flying
far too
switching
small.
a combine on the 2-foot?
No.
What?
All right, let me find
What?
it. Yeah, there's old
What's happening,
footage
or is the
of
stream just not
main
catching up?
2-footer just flying switch, like doing a flying switch of a combine with people on it.
That is the most main thing I have ever heard.
Railroader Davis donating $1.99. Thank you, friend. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Corey Gibson, did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense. John Kissinger for $5. Thank you, friend. If we're talking about dump PA names, don't forget Skookle. I don't know that one. And
So
Oh, good lord. I want to say Shikshini, but I know that's not
you
right.
did it. No, you did very well. That second one is called Conchahaken.
Conchahaken? Okay, I can
Yeah.
see that. The first one
Conchahaken.
is Schuylkill, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Schuylkill
Okay, good.
is- I only know that because I know friends in Philadelphia.
Brett, you've given
Yep.
me crap about the stuff in the Northwest. That's worse.
I mean, it's not great. New England is... not that Pennsylvania's New England, but like Rhode Island. Some of the place names Ellis casually drops are like, what? No!
What yeah.
Hang on. In VC text is going the name of the road that my best friend in high school lived on. I want y'all to try and pronounce it.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, if we're talking about New England, I'm from New England, so
As am I.
Where, oh, I was gonna say, where
Wow,
is
you
this?
got that first try. Holy
Quantified,
shit.
yeah.
Quantified, yeah.
That's
yeah.
vaguely phonetic. It's stupid looking, but it's vaguely phonetic.
But it is vaguely phonetic.
Indian. It's in Native American, which is pretty much a lot of stuff.
That's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Mr. Shooter 4, $10. Thank you very much. Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera. GP30 foam, remember for 13 months. I ran over a guy. He was fine. I was on a bridge. I guess that gets a... kind of.
You guys are stealing my job. I can't even sit here and come up with stuff faster than you guys are doing it. Why?
Corey Gibson,
Is it
which is
foam?
I have
faster,
purpose
hot or
in life, and
cold?
you're stealing it from me.
Corey Gibson, which is faster, hot or cold? Hot, because you can still catch a cold. Johnny Sims, welcome to the ES&D conductor ranks. Welcome.
Oh, that video is from the glory days. Okay, that makes even more sense.
Andrew Frame, make them say Poyalup? Poyalup?
I put it in VC text. I put it in VC text, Andrew. We're on the same page.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yep. Oh, yeah.
That one?
Snow Colony?
Even I have
God.
trouble
The
with
top
this
one. The top one was the one Andrew
Yallop.
top chatted. Almost.
Snomish?
The top one, Midland.
I know Snohomish because
Oh,
I've
yep.
heard Mark say that one before.
He's still in that county.
Snohomish
alright.
is a thing.
Yep. I
Puyallup.
used to live there.
You Wallop.
Wallop.
You all.
Sure.
Wallop.
Of course.
Okay.
If we're doing this, I'm going to drop the obligatory Colorado one.
Hi, so you gotta play some of the stuff that Wings dropped in
Sawachi?
VC text.
No,
You gotta play it
close
for the
though.
stream.
Playing it for stream. While you guys
As
say how
Mark
to pronounce that.
Univistas and alternating caps.
This
God, they
is
literally
the
are
same-
flying, switching
Yep.
a loaded passenger.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yep.
This is Maine. This is Maine. Welcome to fucking Maine.
This is the ES&D. Welcome.
It's not the
Maine-
main, it's a sighting.
Oh god damn it!
Railroader Davis, last one for tonight. Why did the Scarecrow earn an award? He was outstanding in his field. Oh, god damn it.
But yeah, that's the bullshit that happened every day in Maine on the 2-foot. That's welcome to fucking New England.
Just all of these puns. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we told you. We told
We
you to
told
run.
ya.
We told you to run.
We warned you.
Jesus can't help you here, bud.
You were warned.
No, Corey, no.
Bad.
No.
Before we get to that, how about Andrew above that?
Yeah, say what Andrew posted. Come on.
LB?
Elb.
LB.
It's Elb. If you're doing the German pronunciation, it's Elb.
It's LB.
It's LB.
That's what it was LB. Don't guess like me like this.
If it's the German pronunciation, it would be Elba, not LB.
Well, the town in Washington is LB, so
Well, the town in Washington is wrong.
How do people have trouble with LB? Like, I could see Klatskanai, but LB?
Corey
Wrong.
Gibson, what do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
Oh.
That's all you get on that one. The audience is dead.
They've been
You've
killed.
killed us.
The audience no longer exists.
You've killed even the penguins here. You've killed us all.
Exactly.
Ah, yes.
That is what the
Brett,
brain is
for
doing.
main rod pocket, does this look about right? Do you think?
Wait for the stream to catch up.
You should probably just stream to.
How
I
thick
tried.
is
It
that?
crashed
Well, how-
Discord twice.
How thick is the Conrod?
Good question.
Good.
Obviously, the thinner you go, the harder it's going to be to get a good casting.
These ribs are half-inch.
I mean, at this rate, we're gonna have to like put a plate on MonTueZuma, say this has been half built by puns, brought to you by Corey Gibbon. Jesus Christ! Not another one! Oh.
What did Tennessee? The same thing that Arkansas.
There's another one in there about a banana split.
Sorry,
Where
Corey.
do you learn to make a banana split? Sunday school.
Sorry, Corey. I
Yes.
think your puns are slipping.
Oh.
That's it. If there's one more pun, COS is never coming out.
You heard it here
Oh,
first.
We don't
ladies
talk
and
about
gentlemen.
C of S here.
Yeah, we don't talk. It's not. It doesn't matter. This is heist, not COS.
John Uriel, here's a couple. Try to pronounce that one, which I'll let somebody else try, and I know the other one is pronounced Mackinac.
Yeah, Mackinac.
I think I knew that one.
In Charlevoix? Charlevoix.
Charlevoix is. I'd buy that.
Charlevoix?
Charlevoix.
Yeah,
That would be
I
more
say either
French.
Charlevoix or Charlevoix.
Charlevoix.
Watch it be like Charlevoix or some shit.
Hello. I heard you like to use.
It's probably Charlevoix.
No.
Charlie Voix. I think I knew what
Also,
Charlie
the-
Voix
A
was.
Just so it doesn't
Arrivederci.
get lost in the punnage, Drew Barker had a milestone chat a while back between some of Corey's stuff.
Oh, my bad. Milestone chat from Drew Barker, member for 12 months. I'll waste my milestone chat on a joke from having owned British sports cars. After World War II, Lucas Electrics went to Parliament to get Ohm's Law repealed, but they gave up because they ran into too much resistance. That's a pretty good one.
That's actually.
Oh no.
Did that pun
What did-
actually just kill someone?
It killed me.
Somebody's dead now.
Somebody has been killed by
Like
the
all,
I have
all I
been
heard
dead.
was hysterical laughing and then
Andrew
like a
Frame,
technical
what
glitch
did
sound.
Idaho or
No.
Maryland?
If you don't know Lucas Electrics, and it's so fitting.
What did Delaware? Her New Jersey.
No.
Southern Pacific AC9, your fact was lost in a sea of shitty puns. Let me see if I can go find it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's find
I'm doing my best.
Okay.
Oh, Southern Pacific AC9
Yeah.
for $5. Thank you, friend. The Magma Arizona.
I'm gonna let this
Drink.
happen. I will be right back.
Is it just our presence that makes this happen? Like
I
this is
think
the
so.
first stream I've been on in like 2 months, and then this happens.
Southern Pacific AC9, I will repeat it to Mark when he gets back, but in case I forget. The Magma Arizona ran its last steam while Amtrak existed, late 71. Also, for a few months, they ran both standard gauge and 3-foot Magma Scenic when That's pretty cool.
When somebody has the money.
Well, you know. What rock group has 4 men who don't sing? Mount Rushmore.
No.
I don't know.
In a
that
matchbox,
one.
no, but a tin can. Buy my coil 1255 for $10. Thank you, friend.
Okay, I actually need to run and get back to working on COS, but y'all have a good night with
Alright,
your puns.
Jake.
Yeah, have fun,
Alright.
Jake.
Have a good
Later.
night.
We'll kill you with the rest of the stream later.
Oh man, Forge Gamer also missed my milestone chat. I apologize. Especially when the birds are running, it is very difficult to keep track, and particularly when there are a lot of people in the call,
Yeah,
things get
Oh, I found
things
it.
get lost.
Found it.
Go for it.
found it.
From Forge Gamer, member for 9 months in the ES&D Brakeman. Congratulations. 9 months! Love your content, Heist. Also, Lime.
Just the one.
Yes.
Just
There's
the-
also a king of comedy. You really don't realize how little 50 characters is until.
That was a good one. That got a chuckle out of me. Try some Wisconsin names from Colton's Taylor, $4.99. Thank you, friend. I'm gonna guess that's Kinnickinnick.
Kinnickinnick River. Halcona.
Chalcona, I'd buy Shakaumagon. Shakamoigan, maybe? Shakaumagon? I don't know.
I feel like
Probably think
Shakamogan.
more French. I would think more French on that.
Cherois Meron Nicolet.
Yep.
But it's Wisconsin. I don't think Wisconsin is known for being French.
It's
they're
close
known
enough
for
to France in the
trappers.
woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
AKA
I
Canada.
see the topic of conversation has not changed much.
Nope.
Economawak? Economawak?
Can
Wait,
can we pause the shit show town pronunciations for a quick engineering conversation?
Yes.
What's the point of these
Please.
streams again?
Please.
Fuck's sake.
Brett, this is the crosshead casting so far. I've
Wait
got
for the stream to catch up.
okay. The top bit are 1/4-inch wall, assuming that we're gonna get 1/4-inch shoes on either side of the bar. There's space for an 1-inch thick shoe on top and bottom. And then the pocket for the main rod leaves 1/8 of an inch clearance on either side of the main rod now for a 3/8 wall. The whole thing is 3.5 inches wide, I think.
Okay. I would buy the lateral tolerance on the main rod. 1/8 inch sounds good. 1/4 inch up top concerns me a little bit. That's a really thin casting.
Okay.
Could we make the whole thing like total a 1/2 inch thicker, 1/4 inch on each side? Even then, 1/2 inch might be pushing it.
I mean, I thought we were just gonna have to end mill go for that, but yeah.
Oh, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that.
1/4 inch would be like plate.
Quarter inch is real thin. 1/2 inch I
Yeah.
would buy, especially if we're milling it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't do 1/4 inch.
Let me make more thick.
Hello. What do you think, Lily? You so rudely interrupted a minute ago. And now you're silent.
Yeah, I would go 1/2 inch, maybe 3/8 at the minimum.
I think this vaguely goes back to the question I asked earlier about instead of casting this, machining it out billet.
You could.
You could. It'd be
It's
a
complicated.
big fucking billet.
Would
It'd
be
be
a
a big
fucking
billet, which would be very, very expensive.
A lot of waste. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You would turn probably a $5,000 or $6,000 chunk of billet into mostly chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at least basically at this point, over half of it is air.
I mean,
So.
the chunk of billet wouldn't be $5,000 or $6,000 on its own. It's the time you put into machining it.
Yeah.
That too. That's a lot of chippage.
Yeah.
Joe Pomeroy, you know the British like, or why the British like warm beer? Because Lucas made refrigerators too.
God damn it.
Pretty good one.
But real. But god damn it, but real.
All right, Corey Gibson, this is the last one. What's the loudest pet you can own? A trumpet.
God, no. No.
Thank you. And just
No.
in honor of that,
Banned.
Band
painfully
jokes.
through the Rockies.
Banned.
Eating that clock probably took a minute. Adam Cordell, member for 5 months. Thank you for being on the Breakman. Almost time to go do the thing elsewhere. Spoilers. Ooh.
Ooh, really?
Go do the thing.
I want
Adam already does the thing.
Edge.
I met Adam at Chehalis, and Adam's now at TexasState.png, if I'm remembering my
Cool.
Texas railroads right. So it's exciting. New
Yeah,
stuff
you're
is
doing the
learning.
thing. Do the thing.
Corey Gibson for
Maybe
$5.
I'll
I'm
get
gonna get
these,
revenge on the
maybe.
calendar. Its days are numbered. Ugh.
We need Jersey's extremely incorrect buzzer.
We really do.
Hold
Thomas
on.
Perry, what's the rabbit's favorite type of car? The hopper, of course, seemed to be said for any class 1. Oh, I see, railroad car. I was thinking like automobile.
It is the rabbit.
And James Buckner says 3/8 minimum. I would err on the
Yeah.
side of half-inch.
Yeah.
Steam engine logic means more stouter or more betterer.
I did 1/2 inch.
Cool.
So, and that
It's
makes
looking good.
that makes the main have 5/8 down at the bottom, which
Yeah.
makes me feel a little bit more warm and fuzzy inside.
I like that. Abe Lincoln, member for 9 months of the conductors. Why did the narrow gauge train bring a measuring tape to the party? Because it wanted to show off its track record.
Oh, no.
Southern Pacific AC9, may I have my facts restated? Too many bad puns. Yes, thank you for the donation. He pointed out that the Magna Arizona ran steam in tandem with Amtrak. They ran steam until late 71.
Really?
Apparently so. They
That's-
also ran narrow gauge and standard gauge at the same time for a brief moment.
That's fargin neat.
That is very neat. Corey Gibson, air used to be free at the gas station. Now it's $1.50. You know why? Inflation.
Damn
Is
it.
nobody gonna beat me to it? There it is.
God damn it. Who makes all these? He screams again.
He screams, but no one will answer.
Yeah. I mean, Corey Gibson has, funded this entire stream pretty much. So, but thank you. But
Damn you, Corey, but thank you. But damn you. But thank
damn
you.
Railroader Davis for $4.99. Sorry, I have one more. The Mennonites have a sixth sense. They can always tell when something's amish.
no,
Hey.
no.
And with that, I will kindly ask, thank you all for your generosity in chat. Can we please save some of the puns for next week or the future?
Please.
I think we're all punned out at this
Please.
point.
I can't even
Please.
come up with anything to this. You've broken me. The end.
That.
Wow.
Thank you all
That takes.
Thank you all for the generosity, and
I
thank you for the
know,
jokes. A good laugh is exactly what we
I
need
show up
sometimes
broken.
these days.
It takes skill to break sets.
It really does.
Does it though?
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty pun expected.
Back to the focus of the stream. Mark, how's
Yes.
it going?
I made a shoe block, and I've got a thing, and I just made the shoe block the size of the bottom and top, inch thick, so that it'll mate to the bars, but I'm now trying to think of how we want to do the side shoes, or like do the side shoes.
20s side shoes are literally just pieces of plate.
Okay, so they'll just be little filler pieces then, and I assume
Yeah.
they slot screw in or something.
Yeah, they've got slotted screws that are drilled and tapped blindly into the non-crosshead side of
I mean,
them.
if you
So they have to be
wanna do-
thick enough to sustain that.
If you want to do an improvement on the design, I would say do an alligator crosshead, top
No.
and bottom.
Oh, an alligator is
Nope.
far too
That's
much
too
of
big
a change.
Well,
Yeah,
too much. Okay.
No.
yeah. I understand the thought behind that, but the piston also does not
If,
sneeze enough power to really necessitate a
That's
an
fair.
alligator.
if we're going to improve on the design that radically, we would build a 280. And in fact, we wouldn't
No.
build a steam engine, we would just build a diesel and call it a day.
Oh.
He's not wrong,
Don't
ladies and
say
gentlemen.
such things.
And if you
No,
really
you
wanted to
build an
improve,
electric engine.
well, no,
Oh,
if you
yeah,
really
yeah.
wanted to improve, you wouldn't
Catenary.
build. You wouldn't build.
String the
an
wire!
electric-
String the wire! Why doesn't America electrolyze their trains?
Put up the dang wires! Hey Daniel, that'd give us some work, wouldn't it?
That's gonna start.
really
that's gonna
would.
start an argument in my Discord.
We do have.
I can
we-
smell
mean,
it.
We are starting
I
an
can
electrical
smell it right
division,
now.
so-
I can.
I mean, yeah, not within rail, but yes.
I
Not
can
within
smell
rail.
the argument I just caused in my Discord. I can smell it.
By the way,
from
Mark,
right
for
here.
brass, I've been using 255 222 122 because it's easy to remember.
255. Say it one more time.
222 122.
Oh, easy enough. I just grabbed one of their whatever it was default ones.
Oh, I was a little picky.
Default brass texture.
My call, 1255. If Jeff was born in 1950, what will he be in 2250?
255
Answer.
222 122.
God, that's back a bit. Holy shit.
Oh god, I don't want to do it by face. I want to do the whole goddamn box.
Corey Gibson, thank you for the $5, friend. Now that somebody had a stroke, I'll stop. Thank you for that as well.
Thank you.
You have killed a man. Sonic 519 for $1.99. Thank you, friend. Always a thought air was free until I got chips. Don't know that one.
Oh,
Or
it's
if it's
because
just
of
a
how
comment.
much air is in the chip bags.
Oh, I see. It's a Lay's joke. Well done. I appreciate it. Nicholas Downs for $9.99. Thank you, friend. Any more jokes will be pun-ished. For that reason, where's the lead pipe sound effect?
Somewhere.
Oh, no, we just...
I would just say,
Is Caboose here? When did
Yes,
Caboose
hi.
get here? Hi, friend.
don't worry about it. I popped in when the leper talk was happening, but you didn't make the leprechaun joke. Then I decided to go have some taco salad.
Corey
Excellent.
Gibson for $2. I'll take my job as jester seriously. It's appreciated. Thank you. My call, 1255 for $10. If the early bird gets the worm, what does the worm get? Eaten. The worm gets eaten.
I've come here with
Steve.
just one important question for everybody. Where in heck
It's
did Corey
Brill.
get? Where did Mr. Gibson get all of these jokes?
It's called Google.
to which I have
Oh,
said several times.
No.
Who makes all these?
I did a little.
That's
I did a
who he
little
is.
digging
He's the new
behind
court
the scenes.
jester. That explains everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was tormenting myself, Midland, Jersey.
We love
Everybody.
Corey for this.
Yes.
So
You'll be-
Brill did some digging.
You'll be pleased to know that I did a little digging and I found out he just digs them up. He has a quarry.
God, no.
I have a quarry with you.
This is fair.
So
Steve
I-
Fairs, member for 12 months. Props to Brett. I live a half hour from Schuylkill County, and we call it the Skook because we can't pronounce it either, but you nailed it. I cheated. I have a friend from Minersville, so.
I mean, around here. the first
Is
time
that where all the
weekend,
children live?
God,
Yeah.
I'm still dying at fucking Brill over here.
You're welcome.
Thank you, friend.
If the stream keeps going this far off the rails, Zuma's never going to get on them.
It's fine.
But if we never get
fine.
on them, we never come off them.
Well, that's not the E&D way, though.
Wah.
Wah.
Luigi. Oh yeah, I guess it wouldn't be a T-shaped crosshead because it encircles the gib rather than being sandwiched between
Yep.
them, huh?
You could have a
Yeah.
U-shaped piece and a whatever, but I think we'll just make it out of 4
That's-
pieces, I guess.
Yeah, 4 pieces is easy. Make rectangles on the mill. Go.
Make rectangles. Congrats. I like this rectangle. This is a good rectangle.
How do all these squares make a circle?
Square, square.
Square.
That's
square.
right. It goes in the square hole.
It's in the COS Discord. Come on, Brett. That one.
That, yeah.
You know what's also in there? Anyway,
Well done.
most
Oh,
of
that's why you're meowing at me angrily. I haven't fed you.
Go feed the kitty.
you gotta feed
And the cat has allowed you to live through that?
Well, the cat was sleeping for a great portion of it, in fairness.
The cat's 16, isn't it?
The cat is 16.
Oh, wow.
The cat is a little old lady that's very upset with me touching her. Let's
Oh.
go feed you. I will be back.
All right.
I think my cat's turning, well, we don't really know, but best guess 12 this year.
Amigo.
Amigo kitty.
Oh.
Little squeaky toy cat.
All right.
Atland is turning.
I guess
5
Brett's
this
leaving,
year?
so I gotta hit these top chats here. Corey Gibson, you're a perfect engineer for the ES&D. You can derail a stream. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Nicholas
Adding it to
Downs,
the
this
lore.
stream has derailed more times than heist in career mode. Probably true, because that's actually
Oof.
fewer times than you'd think. But anyway. And Drew Barker, in all seriousness, an adorable yellow Carter Combine car as a B unit or just a plain car. Look good behind Zuma. There's also a good prototype at the California Railroad Museum from your own M&SV. Also 1 year. Cheers, Drew. We want to make it one of the little DNRG 2-axle buds if we do a shitpost DB unit of any variety. Which would be different than like a Carter Brothers car. I don't think the brand ever had any Carter cars.
Not that I know of. I can't remember if the little 2-axle dudes were Bill Meyer and Small or JNS. They're built in Delaware.
I don't know.
Which is that JNS?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna have my head on a spit for not knowing, but
Oh, I think Brill just said that would be JNS, so.
Yeah, our 1895 JNS trolley car is definitely built in Delaware.
Cool.
I forget where Bill Meyer and Smalls was.
You know, I might know of a 480 volt 3-phase generator with a Cummins 855 on it that might need a new home somewhere.
Wait, are we fitting the B unit with head end power?
Oh, God.
Well, I mean,
them on.
Just throw a VFD on it, and there you go. You got a traction motor.
The head end power unit would have more power than the fucking steam engine.
Don't worry about it.
So does the air pump.
The air pump is highly likely to have a larger bore than the pistons.
True. Alright, so steam locomotive, aka air locomotive. Send it.
Yeah, we haven't decided yet. That's a point of contention that we'll have to sort out. Well, we would have to come up with a proposal to the FRA to use a pump that is not in their listed things. And no pump smaller than a 9.5-inch single stage is in current FRA code. I think Glenbrook ran with a 9.5 because of that. I think Eureka has maybe a smaller pump and has a waiver, or they proposed something, but it didn't make the CFR. I don't know. We would just have to come up with something, basically, a reasonable standard that we could be held to if we wanted to use a smaller pump. And we know people that could make us a smaller pump, which is the cool thing. But we'll have to chat through with the regulation people and come up with a proposal and kind of see what that looks like when we get there. And we're far from there. So anyway,
Just be like the JNL and have a fucking Honda generator on the fender.
No.
We're not a theme park.
No.
Kidding.
We're not a theme park as classified by the state of Ohio. Cockatoo sounds.
Kidding. Sorry, Hovey. It's a cheap shot.
Indeed.
I mean, you could always just throw a root-style screw compressor off the 480 volt generator in the B unit.
Christ. Sits! An engineer for 13 months. I'm going to go ahead and blow my milestone chat on admitting defeat, at least for tonight. You have to mix up some margaritas and send it to make up for this shortfall. Cheers to you, my friend.
Send some my way.
And Corbett Balcatus? Probably butchered that. Sorry. Welcome to the Brakeman.
Woo, welcome.
All right, so I've got a vague crosshead assembly here now.
Okay.
Obviously I don't have a hole for a wrist pin or a main rod because I think that's going to be kind of designed together, and I also don't have a hole for the piston rod, nor do I have bolt holes for whatever, but I could probably cut through these parts and put the 3 bolt holes in.
3 bolt holes would be good, and then maybe next week we can work on like figuring out the relationship with the piston and shit like that.
Let me do.
That's another fun assembly that needs to be made.
Yeah, let me do.
Actually, it would probably be part of this assembly.
Oh yeah, the piston crosshead assembly would probably be all one thing. B Pendragon, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you. Yeah, let me. I guess I can sketch on this assembly right here. Would you just make it in the assembly and then just?
You might be able to. I always just remember, like, okay, it's spaced on, it's 3 1/4-inch holes, spaced 2 inches on center from center or something like that.
Gotcha, and then you just do it all. But I made one top crosshead shoe that is I made the same shoe so I could use the same shoe on both sides, and then I'm gonna put holes through the top one. I guess it doesn't matter for any. We just know to not do holes in the other one.
Yeah,
But...
for these purposes, it doesn't really matter. I've got some of the brackets in the smoke box are the same way. It's like, okay, we'll just know not to put holes on this side because they're pointless.
Let's see if what happens when I sketch in here. Anyway,
give it a shot.
I have a feeling I want to do 1/2 inch holes.
Could get a little sketchy.
Damn it, Sits.
Hey, he's back.
Half is really good.
Yeah.
It's half on an inch thing, so you get a you want to do 3/8 instead. That's probably fair.
Oh, I'd say 5/8.
It's an inch tall shoe. Do you want to make the wall thickness smaller?
This one's a little different because it's not sandwiched.
Yeah, these are the only three.
If you're at 3/8 and I'm at 5/8, let's do half.
I mean, I'm at half, which gives you a 1/4 inch on either side of it.
Yeah.
Which should be enough. I'd be worried if we went 5/8 about tear out is all. So.
Yeah, I mean that's legitimate.
And then I don't know. No, it's definitely not 2 inches in. It's definitely like an inch in based on the picture.
Noah Bloom says we could use Myron at Cedar Point for reference. You know, there was somebody that is a friend of ours that made a comment to that effect recently, and it was not appreciated in context. But the trouble with that is it's not era appropriate. I don't actually know if Myron is even a Baldwin. I thought those engines were Porters. Because some folks, you see a 2.4 and you go, oh, it's a 2.40, it's a 2.40, it's a 2.40, but it's not. Oh, it's actually a Vulcan, so no. Yeah. Unfortunately, besides being a 2.40, it's really not a great reference.
Yep. 6325 returned to Steam, and the 4449 are both 484s. Take a look at them.
This is true.
Tell me that they're the same engine. That's what you've equivocally said. 2.40s are rare, right? But
the twin, air quotes, if we were to look at a reference engine,
it's the one in Brownsville.
Yeah, there's a 242 that was built by Baldwin under Baird in the same year, yeah?
Yeah, I believe it's in 1871. It was a 242 tank engine originally.
Right. Which, even though it is a 242 and was a tank engine,
and
a lot of the construction method.
42-inch gauge as well, which is kind of wacky, but...
the construction methodology would be very similar, and ultimately that's what we're looking for as a reference, not, you know, how do you do a 240? It's, okay, how did Baldwin do this riveted, weird tombstone smoke box in 1871?
Right. I cannot do
AJ Rep 1994. Here, so. I sadly have not been able to keep up with the process for a few months. So my question is, how much is complete? We will show it at the end of the stream.
We're almost there. I need to go edit some parts because Brett was right, and I cannot just do that. So we'll do it the way that Brett said to do it, because I'm learning how to really use SolidWorks as a real engineer. Look at me.
Engineer.
Look, buddy. I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
That means I solve practical problems, not problems like, what is beauty? That'd fall within your purview conundrums of philosophy. I solve practical problems.
This might be a really basic question, but I did not do the SolidWorks learning at mine, so I don't know what curriculum you got. Did you use center lines at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I apologize for the stupid question then.
Yeah, I used them. I've used them several times in the project.
I haven't been paying attention. I was just looking at the stream.
I'm just using relations right now instead. Just putting them all horizontal. I mean, same difference. Many ways to skin the cat.
Indeed.
You leave Amigo alone.
I will.
I use too many center lines.
Amigo.
Squeaky.
I love Amigo.
Evil Grab 775 for $3. Thank you, friend. An extra tip for awesome contest. You know, so maybe that's awesome content. Don't know. Busted Side Rods member for 8 months of the Brakeman. Thank you. If Lizuma is built, where do you plan to run it?
Anywhere we can.
That is a good answer.
Durango, C&T, museum, truck it out to the broad top.
Broad.
The broad top.
Probably
Only
some places
for
in
the
California.
memes and only so that we can have Lynn run it, because that would be like, it would be fun.
Oh, that's just too much
That's
fun.
too much fun.
Oh.
I will build track in my front yard to run that thing.
Yeah, if you got 3-foot gauge track, hit us up. Sits,
Yep.
if you lay some 3-foot gauge track in your yard, we will show up with the choo-choo. I have said that my stupid little dream that I would love for this thing is that she wouldn't have been the first train south out of the current Denver Union Station, because the current one is late. I think the current one's actually after she was scrapped. But Union Station is a concept, and the where it is and the locale and everything, she would have pulled into back in the day. I think it'd be really fun to see if we could get Union Station to put in a third rail, which is probably impossible, and probably a million people wouldn't care and whatever. But just for like, 100 yards of track to march into the station with one coach behind you, at the platform at Union Station, that's a dream. If we have to settle for leaving it on a trailer out front of Union Station, okay. I feel like we may have more luck with Colorado Springs or something, but anyway.
The Grand was originally laid on 30-pound rail. We could just build some track panels and build track 9 for Union Station.
We could just build track on the platform, which is another option, which I've considered. So
I was about to say solution.
One of my neighbors does have 2 3-foot gauge track panels just vibing in their side yard.
Sweet.
I mean, my concern with laying a third rail at Union Station would be the high-level platforms. You'd have to step up out of the engine to get to them.
No, the Amtrak
track
platforms
level
are track
Oh,
level.
they do?
Yeah.
3 and 4 track level.
So we'd have to chat with the government, but
I don't think Amtrak actually owns those tracks. I think those are still under RTD for ownership.
So we'll have to talk to a transit agency, which
is worse.
Which is in fact worse.
Would it be RTD for those tracks, or would it be UP?
No, it'd be RTD.
No, it's not UP.
Yeah,
because
it's
why do
RTD.
I know this? Because they fought so hard to finally be allowed to bring the big boy into Union. Every year when they ran the Cheyenne Frontier Days train out of Denver, it never ran out of Union.
Really? I didn't realize that.
They would almost always run out of, I can never remember the name of the yard, but it's right by their intermodal facility.
Oh yeah, that UP.
It's where
yard.
Rocky Mountaineer runs out of. It's not North Yard, but it's one of the joint.
it's
It was their
yard.
old coach yard.
I always thought it was Union because I remember seeing in some footage like the ski train parked right next to it.
The ski train did run out of Union, and they might have done it once or twice, like way back in the day, but from like in our lifetimes, no, it never ran out of Union. It was always out of that one yard.
Okay.
Union Station, the point being Union Station is very difficult to get access to.
Hold on. Mainline says he has pictures of it running out of Union Station.
The big boy?
When were these pictures
No,
from?
presumably the Cheyenne Frontier Days train.
Yeah.
Mainline, you're gonna have to post those somewhere so we can find out when. But I do seem to recall hearing that it used to run out of Union too.
I mean, it used to way back in the day. Back when UP actually had a joint interest in it as a station, but nowadays that's not the case.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm remembering this footage from. Knowing me, it was probably like a Pentrex film or something. But I do remember that. I don't remember the more recent footage I saw was out of Union, but then again, the more recent footage that I even vaguely recall is like, do you guys remember the series Extreme Trains on the History Channel?
Extreme Train! Yes, I do.
Or was it Extreme Trains? It was only around for like a season, and it had like the one host who was a conductor somewhere. And he did the Cheyenne Frontier Days train. I'm trying to remember.
I'm getting more ding sounds. We're gonna have to catch up with more top chats.
Drew Barker for $4.99. Thank you, friend. The Monterey and Salinas Valley got Carter Brothers knockdown kits and built them on Del Monte Beach from plans. Side note, their number 1 was a sister to Tahoe. That's cool.
Huh. That's cool.
Jordan Freeman for $4.99. Thank you, friend. Why didn't they make this piece a square? It would have been easier to forge. Mark, you want to field that one?
Because it was cast, and as well, you need clearance for the main rod, which means making it just a square would lead to excessive amount of machining and such there. So the main rod's wrist pin connection is raised down and then given clearance on the back side. So you really kind of need those positions there, and any extra weight on the front end wasn't really necessary. So that would be my 2 cents.
Asks, he wanted to see if you were going to react to the last week tonight thing that John Oliver did about freight trains.
A lot of people have sent that to me. My sister was actually the first, and she said, I'm sure everyone has sent this to you. And I was like, actually, no one has. And then now 15 or 16 people have sent me versions of it now, which is great. Like, I would rather hear about things than miss things. I haven't had 5 seconds to watch it because I will not look at how much time I've logged on Sanctuary Steam in the past couple of weeks. I will just not do that. So...
Oh no, he's here. Oh no.
Oh god, we have him. And oh god, I tried to move the crosshead and I moved the everything.
You might have to fix something in place. The wheels spin.
Let me fix the smokebox front and face in place. Also, hi Corey. Please please regale us with your shit posts, but in person now.
Hey, how do you keep a skunk from smelling?
Plug its nose.
Damn it!
Now he can be bested if he can't have the punchlines.
Golden House for $2. Any idea how long you're streaming yet? I don't know. This has been a long one though.
This is I'm trying to be finished. I want to get this crosshead on here and finish
we all need to have dinner and go to bed afterwards. Jordan Freeman 199. I'm referring to the crosshead. Yes, that would be why it was not a square. Also, this is from a time when they actually cared about things being really pretty. So that's probably some reason why it has the fun hoopties in it rather than just being a square.
Brett, where does somebody fix something?
If it's not in the right-click menu, which the assemblies can be a little weird about, you can try to lock-mate it to the origin.
Interesting. All right.
Those were words.
Lock. Can I just lock it? Please select entity. Or so I guess we drop down there. Origin. That doesn't let me select that.
So the track, maybe?
Yeah, I guess we could select the track. Okay, that may worked. So theoretically, yeah. Hey, look.
Woo!
Yeah, look at that.
It does the thing, kind of.
We've got a little thing. We've got a cute little crosshead guide bar, and a cute little crosshead on it. And we're gonna need a main rod and a piston rod very shortly here.
Next week on MonTueZuma Mondays.
Which will hopefully return on Monday. Yeah, but to answer the question, whoever was earlier was asking what had been done recently. Lots. Brett has done a ton. The cab is off the model for temporary reasons. Like the cab is kind of unimportant at the moment because it was always kind of phoned in anyway. But domes, bell, redone stack base, smoke box, and cylinder saddle that actually have all the geometry, the petticoat, the pilot truck that's actually entirely modeled based on a cousin engine, a very close cousin engine, maybe even a stepsister engine if you really want to get technical. Oh god, you actually did the sheet metal surrounds for the damn pilot too. I didn't catch that. Yeah, you did that. Okay. Sheet metal surrounds for the pilot.
The pilot is done.
Coupler and the pilot and drawbar rather. Wheels, side rods. Square. There's axles in it now. I mean, so many little things have come into it. But yeah. So got a crosshead done. Brett's done a bunch. But we're going to end here because this was a long one. And I think if I hear another pun from Corey Gibson.
Well,
Hold on a second. Wait for it.
Yes,
Wait
you.
for
One
it.
more top chat.
Oh, God.
No.
From Liz Phelps, member for 1 month. My membership of Heist will end in 1 day. We'll keep watching the streams because apparently there's a lot of them going around.
Yep.
SolidWorks.
2 artists had an art contest. It ended in a draw. T12 Productions, I see you raising your hand and asking to open your thing at the end of stream. And your thing is on the break table because my brain is a sieve. I got given it by Jeff, and I was like, I'm not going to open it because I'm going to open it on stream. And I left it on the break table.
At the Roundhouse.
At the Roundhouse.
Oh.
So,
As one does.
next
Also, Mainline
week.
did find a picture of 844 in Union. Oh. Well, there's a another.
Birds.
Many birds just ran across.
Yes.
Thank you, Michael, my friend. I have to say, I guess before we finish, I'm gonna close out of SolidWorks. I'm gonna save that stuff and I'll send it to Brett. Before we get out of here, I did say I would do a little bit of this to some of the other folks that I've been talking to. So I want to show a little footage because for the entire time I've had the channel, I've been filming with this camera right here. This is my Canon EOS 80D. It was a present from my ex. If you're out there, Victoria, thank you. But yeah, I've been using this guy, and it does a reasonably decent job, but the low light performance wasn't very good. It's not designed for video. It does well at some things, but because of all of you limey bastards, because of people like Corey Gibson, Chris Gill, Ezekiel, John Dearboy, Midland, all these people that I can't name all of them. I was able to save a little cash and buy this, which I posted about in the Discord, but this is a Sony FX30, which is the baby of their cinema line, but it is a part of their cinema line. And I shot with it for the first time at the museum earlier this week when I was working Polar Express. And I figured I'd show a little footage from that to end the stream. I know a couple people are asking about music stuff, but we got to get out of here and go and get dinner and things and stuff on many of our accounts, as Brett said. But I do want to show at least one clip. There's at least one clip that was a wee bit magical that the camera got in super low light, and I'm not used to the audio handling on it yet, so my audio was a little farted out, but I'll be working on that. Why is that doing that? There we go. You want to see the magic of the Polar Express? Here you go. Magic of Polar Express in 4K, beautiful ridiculousness.
No, we're still running.
Yeah, seal of that. That's quite good. And then most of it with which members have seen some stuff, but like just doing like stupid little B-roll stuff. And it's like, oh, I've never seen this much detail ever before. Like, seeing the ripples on the number plate. So, fun stuff.
Damn.
I feel very, very blessed and spoiled by you guys, and I wanted to put back some of your love and support back into the channel to help make the videos better, because, yeah, even over stream of a video clip with the whole thing, ugh. You know, like, you're not even getting it in raw quality, and it just looks great. But it's thanks to channel members such as yourselves, shit posters like Corey, everyone who's helping contribute to the channel. Much appreciating you guys. So thank you guys so much tonight for all the fun and for watching and supporting the channel. And SolidWorks, I still hate you. I still hate you too. Fuck you. We'll see you all next time. Take it easy, guys.
See ya.